Death Watch.
Alright, yeah, so you found this little hollow you can camp in. And Ron still can't see. Everybody's going to need a full 8 hours of sleep to get their rest because everybody's wounded. And what do? You going to set a watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ron will automatically fail a watch.
Oh, he can listen.
I can listen.
No.
Actually, I should get a bonus to my listen.
Actually, you just go to sleep because
you get
your
a bonus.
eyes are technically closed.
Yeah.
You get a bonus to hear the wind, so you hear it better than anybody else.
And I am at peace.
And it puts you to sleep. It's white noise. So who's first watch?
I had pluckily volunteered to take a watch. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm first watch.
I'll be last, so that way I can wake up and start preparing spells when it's my turn.
I do know when I'm first
Yeah,
watch, we always have the best sleep.
I guess I'll go first.
Except for that one time.
You mean you get the best sleep?
We all do.
No, like I think I've been the one main watch that one time when we landed on the island with
Oh,
giants, and I fell asleep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easy
First
to
watch,
do.
best watch.
All right, so Graham.
Yeah, I can go. Well, how do we want to? We're gonna get everybody 8 hours. Is that the goal?
We have to.
Yeah, we have to. So do 4 hours? 4 hours is a double. How would that work? So,
we have a staggered watch. Let's
Yeah.
just run that one.
Yeah,
We've
let's
done it in
do
the
our
past.
staggered. I'll go first if you want.
Okay, and then I think I was in the.
Yeah, then
Middle
I'll
on
wake
that
you, and then
Okay. All right. So Fenrith, let's get a listen and a spot in the tower. All right. So as you set on your watch, as soon as everybody starts snoring and the sun's gone down, there's still quite a bit of light from the lava and volcanoes. So that's what it looks like. But you start to hear a commotion coming from the village. When you walk up onto, a nearby hill so that you can see the village, you see they've got a massive bonfire and they appear to be dancing.
Have they crafted a golden calf?
Not yet, but
In our image.
from your distance and watching the way they're acting, it appears that despite how dire their circumstances were, somebody at some point learned how to craft and then hide some alcoholic beverage. So
Snake brew.
Yeah, I got some Pruno with snake venom in it.
they're all drunk having a party. But you don't see anything on your watch that notes a danger to your party.
all right. Well, when I go to wake Graham, then if they're still going at it, I will update him on the situation. As it seems like they've instead of maintaining any sense of responsibility, have decided to get drunk. Do not go join them. Make sure you got to watch
Do
us.
Not join the party.
Yes.
Join the party.
No.
But they need music to dance to.
That's true.
As, you've got to make sure that we are safe.
You are hearing music of a sort.
Kind of drumming.
Yeah. Somebody's banging on something to a basic rhythm.
Well, I'll
And,
just find some shadowy illumination somewhere and hide in it. And keep an eye on these guys.
Okay.
Listen to the drums.
All right. So you're on your watch. Do your listening spot in the tower. All right. So yeah, that party goes on through your watch. You don't hear or see anything that concerns you for your party, for your location. At some point, the ash flakes start to get bigger and thicker as they fall down, but it fades to the back of your mind as something common that you don't notice much anymore. And at some point, you get this odd feeling in your chest and the sensation of Bloodtooth tossing in his sleep, which is new for you because you didn't know that he slept. But that's the sensation you get.
Well, what's the matter, Bloodtooth?
So you say that in your mind, and he goes still, but doesn't say anything.
Be easy. We got some really good hits in on that one.
So you glance over towards your party, and for a brief second, your companions are outlined in a pulsing blood red, outline.
Aura, perhaps?
Yeah, like an aura, right? So it's almost like you don't see them, but you're seeing the movement of blood through their veins, if that makes sense. But that's only for a brief moment, and then it passes. And, and then one other thing you see is that, never mind. You see nothing else. And then your watch ends.
All right, I'll wake up the next person. I think it was Casimir next.
Okay.
And I'll pass on all events of the night.
Do you tell me not to go join the party too?
Fenrith was very careful to tell me not to join the party. And I know you like to cut loose, Casimir. So stay in the camp no matter what.
Thank you, Graham. Now, go to sleep.
Yes.
Forgot to do your routine.
All right.
He's probably so hurting, probably doesn't even care today.
Ow. Ow.
I don't have any more teeth to brush. He knocked them all out.
All right. You want spot and listens, Brian?
Yeah.
In the tower?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to roll spot twice. It's the same bonus. There you go. So that's spot and listen.
All right. Yeah, nothing happens during yours. At some point, a couple hours into your watch, the noise dies down in the village.
I also realize all my companions have been replaced by the snake people, and I'm in a dungeon.
No, that doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
It does, but you don't realize it.
Oh, dang. Should have joined the party if I knew I was going to end up in a dungeon.
All right. And then morning comes. So get your hit points back that you'd get for resting.
So is it
It's
our level?
Our level, right?
Yeah.
So first thing in the morning, I am going to pray 4 spells, and then one of those is third level remove blindness, deafness, which I'll cast on Rohan.
All right. And just like that, Ron, you can see again, thanks to Fenrith.
Oh, thank goodness.
Colors are brighter.
Yeah.
They probably would be,
The sun hurts my eyes.
even obscured as it is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how bad everybody is. All right. So
Am I supposed to start singing Ace of Base now?
I'll start with
Do
Graham.
All right, what spell list
Shut
are you
that
doing,
down.
John?
It's labeled as spell set current. Why didn't it transfer? Hold on, it didn't make the change on one of those 4th level.
All right, this time, I guess, early in the morning, I'll take the ring from you, Travis,
Oh, okay.
and cast invisibility into it, so you got it.
Yeah, you'll have to remind Graham to do it at the beginning of battle,
Okay, yeah, I did. Sorry.
or to use the buffs early on, right?
Yeah.
To give us some-
restoration.
He was afraid to use it too because I think most rings are command word to activate, and he had been hiding most of that time. So
Yeah, I think this one might not be the way it's
Okay.
described. Oh.
I'll have to look at it. Some of them are continuous and don't have to do anything. Like I believe my water walk is and your feather fall.
Yeah, that one automatically triggers
Okay.
if I fall more than 5.
All right, so you're doing what you're healing.
So I just spent a Cure Serious, so another 3rd level on Graham.
Are we going to wind up being here another day, Fenrith?
I don't know. It depends on how Rohan and myself go here. So a 2nd level on Rohan,
We
Cure
can move
Moderate.
forward and rest just outside their castle before
That's
we...
true.
Yeah. And then myself,
Oh, yeah.
well, sorry.
With the memories from another hero, I seem to remember a
That's
temple of
Casimir.
elemental evil that
To
took
level 1.
several assaults to get through the front gate.
And now I'll work on myself.
Almost didn't cast that. That makes me so mad.
So that's a 2nd level. And that's all I'll do for right now.
All right.
Thank you, Fenrith.
You're welcome, Graham.
Thank you.
So I got rid of one of my divine favors and comprehend languages for 1st level. in case you wanted to know.
Okay.
Second level, I got rid of one of the spiritual weapons. Both of the spiritual weapons. Third level, got rid of searing light and prayer.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so he heals you up most of the way. Still got some scraps and scrapes here and there, but overall not bad.
All right, let's move out.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, so to the west of the village, past the farm fields, and on the other side of a chasm, rise short, razor-sharp, jagged obsidian hills. And to the south of those, there's another single mound that we've talked about. And Belagol told you that you would have to swing south of that and west from there. And he assured you that as soon as you passed it, you would be able to see Penance Keep. And as you pass west, finally out of its shadow, you see the truth of his words. In a flat field surrounded on all sides by flowing rivers of lava rests a massive stone keep inside tall stone walls. So you're walking through tall, spiky grass that it breaks like glass as you disturb it. And as wind sweeps across the field into that grass, it creates a loud scraping sound as it rustles. Not unlike rough sandpaper drawn across the planks of a boat back home. And to the south, in the rare occasions where the grass is low enough to allow, you can see the top of the wall and gate that greeted you when you first landed here on the island. So you can see forms moving back and forth on it, but their eyes are trained outward. And once again, snakes keep you company, slithering this way and that under the dry ground cover. So there's another chasm to your right, but the lay of the land allows you to see that it ends to the west a ways, and a path to the keep opens up where a large stone bridge spans the flowing lava below. The bridge itself seems made of obsidian and in slight disrepair, but from this distance it seems passable. You see no sign of life on the walls surrounding the keep, and you can just make out a massive wooden gate. One other sight that grabs your attention is an impossibly massive tree in a field to the northwest of the keep at the foot of the mountain. It rises so high that its top is obscured by ash and clouds. Though distance can play tricks, you estimate the circumference at the base to be somewhere between 300 to 500 feet, assuming it maintains its basic circular shape on the backside. Its height is impossible to guess, but it disappears into the clouds. You'd guess 1,000 feet up. It has no branches on the part you see, and you've never seen its species before. The entire length of it is twisted and blackened as if it has caught fire. A large flock of dark flying creatures swirl about it constantly, racing each other in circles around it and up and down. So that's what you see as you make your way through this grass field. Can't show you because it won't load, but you walk through this grass with this chasm on your right, but eventually that chasm ends, and you've got a pretty straight shot to his bridge that will let you cross over these lava rivers that surround the keep. The bridge has an aggressive arch with 5-foot sidewalls along each side, except for sections where it was broken off. The wind seems worse on the bridge, and the heat is stiflingly hot and carries an almost overpowering smell of sulfur. Below, you see the lava river flowing very fast, though you can't tell its source. And ahead, the wall of the keep looms over you, and in its center, a large door wrapped in iron. You can see the void for a portcullis, but there doesn't seem to be one. And there are no guards that you can see. The only thing you can hear is the rushing wind. So that's you at the base of the bridge there.
So as we travel, any snakes that get within reach, I want to kill.
Oh, okay. What reach of what? You or your bow? Because there's
a bit
plenty.
different.
Yeah.
Well, hitting the snake with a bow would probably be kind of difficult. I'll have like my short sword that I got in the dwarven area, and anytime, like even if I take a step out of the way,
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll say you do manage to slice up a few snakes here and there, different sizes and types.
So when we see that gate from where we are, what can we see as far as defenses on this side of it?
You don't. You don't see any defenses. There's no guards you can see. The whole place looks abandoned from where you're standing.
So I'll kind of float the idea to these guys. Perhaps if we open the gate, we can get our rocks back.
Oh, wait. You're talking about the southern gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's got lots of people on
Plus,
top of it, walking back and forth.
I believe that you and Graham found out when we were at the island that they don't like to go inland.
Yeah, but getting them out of that ash outside would probably be good.
Putting them where? It's all outside.
Yeah, you see plenty of forms walking back and forth up on top of that wall.
I think they're probably better off than we've been.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a closed gate at the end of this bridge.
Yeah.
Do we want to try to find another way in?
Sneak around and
Yeah, Graham and I can...
Yeah, you guys
Do
want to
some
scout it a
sneaking.
little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe rest. Do you guys want to try and find a place to rest tonight?
Yeah, I did use a bit of spells, and I'd like to refill my ring,
All right.
so I'm fully prepared.
Yeah, I don't really want to go into this kind of half prepared, especially if they're as strong as everyone has been saying they are. Even Mama Baga seemed intimidated by them.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what type we faced in those caves? I mean, that could have been, the cast-offs for all we know. And they still had some abilities that were interesting to deal with. And they were fast and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's find a place to rest while you two go sneak about then.
All right, well, there's no area that you've seen that would be suitable for resting, except for maybe in the grass itself. You hunker down because it's pretty tall.
All right. Be careful because it just breaks off.
Yeah. So you want to go scout?
Yeah.
Rohan and I.
All right. All right. So as you are crossing the bridge, you hear Bloodtooth say, "Please stay in the center if you don't mind." You can tell he's nervous.
The lava.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry, Bloodtooth.
Yeah. He says he can't be sure, but he thinks that lava might be able to destroy him. And he says even if it didn't, who's going to go down there to find me? I could sit there for eternity. How boring. All right, so you get to the other side of the bridge. You still haven't seen anybody. The lava river stops, and then jumbled, tumbled, stacked rocks are basically the bank of that lava river, which leads right up to the wall of the keep. So you can see that this sort of rock formation extends this whole side of the keep and might go around to either side, but there's no cover and there's no ground besides that to walk on. And then the door, that's 20 feet high, and it's set back to allow space for a portcullis, but it seems that it's been removed maybe. And as you approach, you see a seam right between, the seam where the right section and the left reveals that it's not even closed all the way. So there's that, and then left or right.
Do we even know what a portcullis would be?
Yeah, you've encountered one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the tunnels not too long after you met the halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first triggered a trap.
Yeah.
That's right. So I don't want to go through the gate just in case that thing comes down behind us.
No, you can see. That's what I'm saying. There isn't one.
Right.
Oh, like there's it's
space
not even
for
just
one.
pulled back up
Right,
or
yeah.
anything like
There's
that.
a
It's
space
just
where it
gone.
should be, but there isn't one there. Like it was removed or something.
So it's either a closer look at the gate or left or right.
Let's check the left and right first.
Okay. So there's either left or right.
Let's go left first.
Okay.
It's always
right.
the right way, Justin.
So-
Bad
Us all.
omen, bad omen.
As you hop off of this bridge over the side onto these rocks, you will need balance checks to keep from falling into the river of lava.
Bloodtooth's not going to be happy with you.
No,
It's
he's
not
not.
a good skill for me.
Yeah, Bloodtooth. You fool! Right, so you both. Well done.
That's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, we averaged right around the bottom 30%.
It was his cursing me that threw me off balance. You fool. What?
All right, so you just can't move. So you hop over, and you got to take a minute to try and catch your balance. So since you failed, but not by 4 or more, so
like their arms are windmilling,
yeah,
trying to keep balance.
Well, it seems pretty difficult this way, Rohan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Fenrith and Casimir could make it this way in their armor.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Ooh.
Do we see anything this way, any kind of path or
no,
anything that might make it easier or might be a reason for us to go this way?
no. You can see these rocks lead to the edge and seem to wrap around the other side.
Well, good enough. Check that one off the list.
In some areas, it's thinner than others.
Okay.
No one has to know.
Yeah, let's head back to the...
Right, just
The
like when
causeway.
I was watching and fell asleep. No one has to know, Rohan.
You kept the secret then. So is the right similar?
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah, instead of jumping down, we'll just scan it.
All right.
You guys need to learn how to power game this. Instead of doing balance checks and walking, you should have just dropped on all fours and crawled, thus getting a climb.
That's even worse for me.
Yeah.
No, the idea is to get the climb. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is worse for you. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's worse for me as well.
Well, that's not my problem.
All right, so should we peek inside the gate?
Oh, you're worse than Falk and Wraith.
Of course.
Just gonna peek. A little look never hurt anyone. And now that's been said.
Well, our ranks for the likely rolls on this one are a lot higher, so hopefully that will protect us.
Yeah.
Yours in particular, what do you have an insane bonus to your...
Hide and move silently are at a plus 21, yeah.
Oh my god. I should have just went back and rested.
Do you get an additional plus 40 to that when you're blind?
Blind luck.
Well, no.
They can't see me. They can't see
Yeah,
me.
technically, if everyone else is invisible, he must be too.
Yeah. No, I've got max ranks, and then he gave me the
Those
boots
cloaks.
and cloak of Elventide.
You're like one of those guys that thinks he can turn invisible, so takes off all his clothes, walks around.
All right, so you
Slowly.
wanted to peek in?
That's what I do on my watch.
Yeah, sneak up and look through.
All right. So
Look at
looking
the
through
gate.
that crack, you see bare, dark stone ground and thick, spiky grass off to the left, which is the direction you can see. So you would see this. So this thick, spiky grass has grown really thick, and there's also like thorns and vines and thorny vines and mixed in with it. But it looks like you're looking into an outside section between two walls, the outer wall and another inner wall.
Give us half a moment. We're still waiting for your map to load in.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can only see
Yeah.
that little section to the left.
Yeah, because of the way that, unless you want to open the door more.
Right. Or bring some sort of outside light source in, which doesn't help us.
No, it's not dark. It's just like the right side door is in a tiny bit, which allows you to see in at this
Oh,
angle.
gotcha.
And so that's what you can
We'd
see.
have to open
Right.
it a little bit. What do you think, Rohan?
Do you hear anything?
I'll listen.
Okay.
I will too.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Into the tower.
No, yeah, it's fine. Neither of you hear anything.
Okay.
Well, I don't hear nothing.
Me neither.
You want to push in?
Just a little bit.
Worse than Falk and Wraith.
This is how the magic happens, though.
Yeah.
We'll
Gonna
push
start
it.
a soup kitchen.
Right. Oh, these people are just impoverished.
You know, in the next, campaign, we're gonna have to switch roles so that you and John are the mischief makers, and Travis and I are the serious ones.
Yeah, sure. I got no problem with that.
It's just something about the ability to sneak around that gets you into trouble.
Yeah.
Well, it is in its nature. You're being
Right.
sneaky.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, we're going to push it open a little bit to get a better look.
Okay.
Maybe just enough to, like...
Poke our head in.
Yeah.
At the same time.
So the door can decapitate you both when it closes.
Yeah, we're going to Scooby-Doo it where one of us pops out up top, one of us pops out down below.
Well, as you push it open, then you hear this extremely loud squeak.
Time to run.
Rafe saw. Or not Rafe, Graham. Sorry.
No, it's really, really loud. But what you see is this archway ahead, and you can see it branches off to either side, and there's thorns on this side as well. And this archway, you can see, goes to sort of a hallway, and you can just make out an archway on either side of it, and at the end, it goes into a bigger, dark room.
Well, yeah, I'm going to begin fleeing once it made the noise.
Yeah,
Just,
me as well.
what is it?
Okay.
Like a ding and ditch or whatever?
Right. I didn't know that was going to happen, Rohan.
Neither did I.
They need to oil those hinges.
All right.
The village council would be very upset if they saw the state of this structure.
So in that time, you guys have found a nice place to bed down in the grass. Some flat earth. You do have snakes constantly crawling around.
Well, I guess maybe I'll follow some of Rohan's examples from earlier, and I'll just
Okay.
kind of, when one starts to get close, I'll just hit it with my dagger and
All right.
fling it off into the grass.
All right. So you're going to stay another night here?
Yeah.
Well, a day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
How long did it take us to travel here?
Well, actually, right about now is probably about like 5 p.m.
Okay. So,
All right. Let's see. And what watch order tonight?
Same.
Go standard double.
Oh, yeah. Might as
Yeah.
well do.
are we doing the full 8 so we get hit points back?
We have
Yeah.
to. I don't think we can meditate if we're wounded still.
Oh, okay.
Right, Brian?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So first watch.
And we're doubling up with Graham and
I think
Fenrith
since
and-
we're on the full 8, we're doing the same staggered one we
Okay.
did last night.
Almost thought Brandon brought his dice there. It scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same boom.
Yeah.
All right. So whoever's watch first, do a spot and listen in the tower.
Fenrith,
Does that mean you first?
it's you. I think we're doing the staggered one we did last night because we got to get the full 8
Yeah.
to heal. So you guys can prepare again.
Okay. Let me just a second.
Maybe that doesn't matter so much to Casimir, but you need to prepare again.
Yeah, I used one. It'd be nice to have either that invisibility back or switch it out from your...
Before we settle down here, could I use another cure on myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got one for me? We could take this down to a fairly...
Yeah.
Because I only need 3 more.
As I can do my 0 levels on you, so 3 0 levels would get you there.
All right.
And then I'll be full after the watch. The rest, I mean.
And if you hit me with a cure light wounds before you go to bed, then I'd be full after this night.
Graham. I'll hit you with a 0 as well. So you're...
Was that meant for Rohan?
No, that was for Graham.
Okay.
That would mean that you'd be able to do the meditation.
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Clear him out. Clear.
Yeah, so I guess if
I guess not.
we can meditate, we could take... Like, let them clock off early and then do the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And I can do yours as well, and that leaves that takes all my 0 level. So it's just me who would need the
So then
8 hour.
the rest of us could just do 4-hour watches and do the meditation, and
Yeah,
you could sleep
do
the full 8.
a 2, or I guess what? Yeah, is all of you just need 2? So okay, so I'll sleep the full night, I guess.
All right. So Fenrith will sleep all night.
And party every day. Sorry. That's really how that song should have been. I want to sleep all night.
No, it was written by people in their 20s.
Well,
With lots of cocaine.
Yeah.
meh.
Okay.
Or what was
All
that?
right. So nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing happens. it's a pretty quiet night. At one point, the ground rumbles and shakes more violently than normal, and you see off to the east that one hill spit out a pretty tall jet of lava. But other than that, nothing of note takes place. So, and you don't see anybody or any activity around the keep at all.
Might be a red herring.
So, the next morning comes.
Yeah, we'll relay our scouting information, which did not yield another way into the structure.
And we absolutely didn't poke our heads in and make a loud noise.
But it looks like we can just walk in there to a certain degree.
Yeah. And now the gate should be open just enough to let someone slip through.
Yeah. Sounds like either they are they don't have enough to occupy the entirety of the keep, or this is a potential trap. I'm more willing to bank on the trap due to the way the townsfolk reacted to the snakes.
True.
It seems like they wouldn't expect something to be able to just get into the keep this way, because all the defenses were at the wall.
That's true. Yeah. And it's also odd that how long do you think they would have had those defenses at the wall? Thousands of years? Looking out at a sea that was empty?
You just put me into existential crisis.
It's okay, Graham. Hold yourself together. Don't focus on it.
Yeah, they might also just be complacent. They've had no one to really attack them here in I don't know how long.
Brandon, I am going to prepare 2 dispel magic, and one of them I'm going to use as a counter spell.
Okay.
Well,
or prepare as a counter spell.
You
right?
do that during your round.
Oh,
it's a ready action.
Oh, all right.
So you could use both of them as counter spells if need be.
Oh, okay.
You can also, like, if you had blindness, deafness, and you knew it was coming, you could use that to counter the spell, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you don't even have to prepare the spell. I mean, you don't have to know what spell it is. You could prepare to counter, and then just if you had the spell readied.
Yeah, I thought there were some that required, like, spellcraft checks to
know what they were casting, but then if you had it prepared, you could feel it.
You already knew it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like this countering.
All right, then
really good up. So.
I'm just gonna do the one then instead. Right. Well, yeah. All right.
You can always prepare something, or you can always spontaneously, get rid of it if you don't need it. But that dispel's been more important than about anything else so far.
I think that spiritual weapon has been pretty dang important.
Okay.
But that's not really technically counting as your prepared list. It's a domain spell.
I have it on my prepared as well.
Yeah, but it's still a domain spell. You don't need to have it take up a slot.
Yeah, so John, as part of their ready, you don't have to declare that you're going to cast dispel magic necessarily, because if you the same spell counters another spell. Yeah. If that happens to happen, you can use that spell instead of your dispel if you'd rather.
So they cast theirs, and then on my turn I cast mine?
Mm-hmm. Well, you still have to do the ready action to counter spell.
I see.
It's just that, like, if they were going to do Fireball, you knew Fireball. You would prepare to counter.
Yeah.
Fireball starts going off, and then Brandon would be like, you recognize the spell being cast, do you want to counter it? And you'd go, yeah, and you'd mark off Fireball.
However, Chris is
correct. Did you refill your ring?
I refilled it, yeah. So Graham has invisibility, mirror image, and summon monster 1.
That will require the spellcraft check, even if you have it on your list.
Okay.
I just remember that I based it on, or the Wheel of Time one, fairly close to it.
I think even if you're using the dispel magic, you would still have to identify the spell.
Because isn't it like saying the spell backwards from what they're saying?
Right, you have to know the specifics about it.
It specifically says on dispel magic that you don't need to identify the spell.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's on the next page. Yeah.
But it may not work because some spells can't be
targeted or something. Countered.
Yeah. Spell description 223.
All right. So we heading in?
I'm ready for it.
All right. You're in the lead too. I'll clap Graham on the back.
Okay.
Looks like we got a volunteer.
I need some, like a song about how often rogues die, that you would sing.
I was figuring you'd be kind of like singing or humming something as you nervously tiptoe to keep your mind off the horrors that surround you.
All right, so this large door on the right's been pushed open a little bit, and so you can see what's on the map there. Is everybody seeing the map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the scratches on the floor look fresh from when it was pushed open?
Well, it's just bare
Okay.
stone ground there, so...
Looks like somebody's been here recently.
The door was like this when we got here.
There was maybe some patrols out during the night.
We carefully examined the door and knew it was going to be squeaky if we opened it, so we thought it was better to go back home.
Good job, guys. All right, so Graham, take the
Do your
lead.
business.
So we pushed it open enough to stick our heads through. We're all pretty wiry. Do we have to open it any further? Can we sort
Yeah,
of
you can
shimmy?
fit through.
We're like rats. If our head can fit through, then the rest of us can.
Well, I think for us, since we're on that island diet and we've been traveling a lot, it's probably true.
Yeah, we're all wiry muscle.
Yeah.
We've been eating nothing but Fenris ready-made meals.
All right, so I will go through that crack. You said this was thorns and grass off to our left.
Yeah,
As
and
we
you're,
enter.
and you're right.
How dangerous do those thorns look if I wanted to, say, get into this grass and try to get concealment?
They would hurt, but not... they...
Well, maybe instead I will go up to the corner, one of the corners before we get into the hallway,
Okay.
and kind of lean up against that edge and look around.
All right, so to the left and right, through the grass and thorns, you can see it comes to it dead ends at a rounded tower wall. And when you get up to that corner there, Graham, you can see that hallway, and you can kind of see into this opening a little bit. There looks like to be a carpet on the floor.
Okay,
So
so as
a
well
wall
as
with a tapestry hanging from it.
hiding, I want to pause and listen.
All right.
Here's my listen and my hide, taking cover at that corner.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Okay, I'll motion the next person forward.
Okay, I'll come in. So as I start to move into this, does my I can't remember what it's
Woodland
called.
stride?
Yeah, woodland stride kick in, meaning that this is natural
Yes.
brush.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I'll tell Graham, give me just a second, and I'm gonna work my way down the wall through the brush, see if there are any openings along the outside of this wall.
Okay.
And
You guys already checked here.
we didn't come in.
Squeaky door, remember?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you don't find any openings.
Okay.
I didn't know that the gate was all the way back where we were. I thought it was right up where Graham is.
No, there are two gates.
Yeah.
No. That where Graham is, there's no gate. It's just an archway.
Okay.
All right. So call Fenrith and Casimir forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Casimir and Fenrith, are you making an attempt to be silent?
As much as can be.
Okay. Roll move silently then.
Do him outside of the tower.
You got it.
It don't matter.
Yeah, I have a 0 to it right now. So
Yeah, same here.
this is my dex bonus. Just covers my check penalty.
And this map covers up the tower. So there you go, Brandon.
So everything's covered.
Okay. All right. Graham.
Okay, down the hall. So I can see that one on the right, or at least I have a sight line to it.
Yeah.
So I'll stay along the left side of the hallway and peek around the corner. I'll keep moving silently.
All right. All right. So peeking into that room, you see it's just a large space. There was a carpet at one point. You can see some rubble at the end of it, and there's a door that leads into that tower. And you see an archway covered by rubble, and then another archway next to it, and the northern wall of that room that leads into what looks to be another darkened room. And you see the same peeking around this other corner, but you don't detect any enemies.
Yeah, I'll signal that it appears to be clear in both directions.
I figure I'm going to keep him at about that distance, about 25 feet.
Yeah.
Okay?
You want some more move silence?
Why?
No.
Yeah, why even
Okay.
bother with that, man? we're most likely going to be heard once we get within range.
Click-clang, click-clang.
Yeah.
We're walking down the corridor high-fiving each other.
Well, you can't stop your island CrossFit once you start. You'll lose all your gains.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're just rolling a garbage can down a stairway and hitting it with sticks as it goes.
That's because either I'm rolling you or you're rolling me, and we're bashing each other's helmets with the weapons. So that's how we travel.
Casimir's like Rohan and Graham's hijinks. Smash cut to the next day.
Playing. That's why they can move silently so well, is because our sound covers you guys for like 200 or 300 feet.
There's them, then there's us.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
It would be dishonorable to not announce our coming.
Aren't we all like just neutral or good, basically?
No, I'm chaotic good.
That's even worse. That's the worst of the goods.
Yeah.
I'm true neutral.
You're true neutral?
Yeah, just neutral.
As that means that I create chaos for our group, and everything I do is good.
Mm-hmm.
I have a reason for everything I do. I just can't codify it. Otherwise, I would be lawful good. Are you waiting on something else? Sorry, Brandon.
Sorry, Brandon.
Who are you waiting on?
They're just going to stay
At that
prescribed
point.
distance behind you, so it's on you two.
So I'll look at Rohan and which way you want to go?
At the end of this hallway, there's a big room that opens up, right?
Yeah, you can see a massive red carpet on the floor.
Okay, so he nods forward.
Yeah, I'll do some hand motions and...
Are you casting a spell on me?
Don't, please. Yeah, I'll move up there. I'll stay moving silently, and I'll peek around.
All right, so this room, you've been in that hallway to the left and right is open air, but this room you're looking into has a ceiling. It's a large domed, a high domed ceiling, pockmarked where the once beautiful stone tiles have fallen to the floor, leaving ugly scars and gaping holes that reveal the stone and mortar and framing behind. So when you step up there, you see a whole room full of giant rubble piles.
And as he moves forward, I'm going to kind of look into each of these side hallways, make sure that there's nothing, either
Lurking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poke my head around the corner and into those corners to...
All right.
Travis, it's imperative for your safety to remind me to target you if combat starts.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, so Ron, you just see some rubble piles and then the tower wall,
Okay.
the rounded tower wall up ahead. And there's some tapestries hanging on the walls, and there's archways in both sides, the northern walls of both left and right, that lead into what looks to be that room that Graham's looking into.
Okay.
Graham, you see two large statues stand guard inside to either side of that central archway where you're standing. Their weathered, stern gaze looks inward, bearing a grim expression. There's a line of stone pillars on each side of the room that cast long shadows on the floor. Here. But I think that's the limits of your vision there. Then you can see large rubble piles and what looks to be a old fountain on the other side of one of them.
Okay, so I'll move forward. I want to crouch behind this pile of rubble, pop my head up,
Okay.
and look around some more. I'll actually do a hide at the end of that one.
All right.
And I'll throw a spot check out there, too, as I look around.
All right. So you see more rubble everywhere. Off to your left, you see walls of you see some walls and an open doorway that leads into a room of some sort.
Is that off to the west?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll give Rohan that everything still appears to be all clear.
Okay. I'll move up to there, moving silently and sneaking, and then hide as well.
So I think we're just rotating me and you, kind of doing the leapfrog.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll move forward and kind of keep an eye out to the right.
While me and Finrith act as a 2-man band.
How difficult is it to move over this rubble? Just do we
Very,
have to
very
climb
difficult.
up it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to climb, and you'd get like a quarter speed.
Well, I will. What's going on here?
No run or charge, no 5-foot step.
I'll stay along the rubble, move up to there, hide, and spot around.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I got within 20 feet. Graham, you know someone's following you.
Okay. All right. Give me a second here.
I got a ready a charge trip action in case Graham comes across anything shiny, sealed, magical looking, or paper. Yeah, gotta get up there before he just goes and starts activating stuff.
Why do you think he's heading towards that fountain?
I know. Oh, fountain? I guess I'll throw a coin in.
And then drink some of it.
Have I triggered traps that way? Usually it's like, there's this box. You want to come open it, Graham?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a door here.
Well, that's the thing, is
We know there's a trap.
Graham hasn't learned his lesson on just going up and reading stuff, because he does do that a lot.
That's true.
And so it's only a matter of time before you like, what? Hey, Casimir, what's this mean?
All right. You don't spot anything, Graham.
Okay. That would be it for... It'd be Rohan's turn to leapfrog.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm going to come up over here. Move silently. Oh, that was a hide for some reason. Apparently, if I drag the macro over another macro, it picks up whichever macro I was on last.
If only it rolled them both then. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right. So you move over to that pillar, and you see along that eastern wall, there's a bunch of windows, really large windows that used to look nice. They're all caked with dust and dirt. The shutters are open, but no light comes in through the panes because they're just completely covered. And on the other side of this pillar is a wall, a wooden wall. You don't know what's on the other side of it. But you did see yet another fountain as you passed through here. And,
Another fountain? Oh,
yeah, right
in
up
the
here.
middle. Okay.
And those are old and inactive. Is that right? Like they're not
Yeah, there's
spurting
no
water
water
or
in them.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so you lean back against that pillar there, and you don't spot anything.
Okay, and then I'll move up to there. I can't make a spot this time, but I'll just peek my head around and see what jumps out at me.
Around what?
Is that an opening?
No, that's a wall.
The whole thing's a wall. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's a wooden wall there.
I mistook that. Let me go this way then.
Huh?
Okay.
Rohan's experiencing that feeling when you're the lead car in a caravan and then you look around, no one's behind you.
Yep.
All right, everybody, hang on for a second. All right, so, Graham, as you pass...
There's a bubble on the screen.
I think I found a trap.
Well, you...
Why is the bubble expanding? Is this a world-ending event?
Yes.
As you passed through here, everybody suddenly hears a
Telephone.
very loud bell, like the kind you'd ring, in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can hear it clearly.
It's an alarm spell.
What are those ones to detect? They're pretty hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you all start to hear things. So, here's what you hear.
Should we run back to that cave really quick?
All the way back to the village.
Let's just kite these all the way to the giant village, or fort.
Yeah. Mama
Yeah.
Baga owes us one for not killing her.
Mama Baga, get some XP.
I don't know if I want her getting more.
Well, I'll be a gentleman and I will get there before and shout train as loud as I can as you guys pull them up to the camp, okay?
And then we teleport out.
Yep.
Good times.
Either that or we could zone.
Yeah. That is a bridge, right? We just go off the bridge and we're out of the zone.
I think it's somewhere back by Mama Baga, man.
I think it's probably the gate or the cave that we came through.
Yeah. The small one.
It's a long ways away.
Then because there are no actual zones, we'd have to get on our rocks
Yeah.
and leave the cyclone.
And they'd still probably run underwater after us, so when we get back to the village, they'd be there. Or I guess, sorry, Slither.
Is it EverQuest that enemies would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever escaped an enemy.
Yeah, you couldn't. It was...
Yeah, like the only way
Unless you
you
had
could get away
something
with
to
it.
sacrifice, and you got like as deep into the main starting cities as you could.
Yeah.
No, if you left their zone, they'd quit. And if you had Sow, you could get away from
Yeah,
them.
that's right.
Spirit of the Wolf, I think is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember, I believe I was a shaman at either a little wolf or a little bear, and I just sacrificed that poor guy all the time.
I think it was distance in that one, right? Once you got certain, but otherwise they would constantly be on you.
Yeah.
I swear I had some of those things follow me for what felt like forever.
Yeah, I think it was the distance relative to you.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as you stayed close to him, that's how people were able to train those ridiculous trains they would bring to what was the like southern human starting area?
Freeport? No.
Yeah, Freeport.
Yeah.
It was,
I don't regret playing any MMO except that one.
well, I seem to remember Final Fantasy XI in the beginning. It was really bad with that. Go out to the, what was it? The
Valkyrum Dunes.
Yeah, Valkyrum Dunes. And as soon as you get there, bright-eyed, bushy-tail, ready for action, Goblin Train.
One level too low, not the appropriate leveled armor or
Yep.
weapons. But their
Or bogeys.
their tracking system was a whole lot better in 11. It's just that they had to wander back to where they spawned.
Yeah, and they went nuts. That was always the big, like, someone with the full train come through zone, and then everybody that either is coming in or trying to run further out, and you see all the goblins just disperse back over to all these other groups. Like, well, we could walk a straight line following our path, but instead, scatter, guys.
You still setting up, Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
I
making
also
sure.
remember, like, what was that hyper notorious monster that was in the Highlands? The giant ram.
Oh, the battering ram or the
yeah.
rampaging?
I swear every time I would go through there is like a medium
was there.
level.
No, it was like Steel Fleece Baldric or whatever, and something else. Those were the hyper notorious ones. The placeholders were
The battering.
the battering ram. But it doesn't matter because when the ground's shaking and that thing hits you,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter usually at the level you're going through there if it was hyper notorious or not.
Yeah.
I never had good luck in the Highlands. I'd always try to go out there in solo, and I'd just always come away with negative experience.
That was my first. What was it? You remember that like first friend I made because we were playing on the same account.
Yeah.
He had all the maps, and he leads me out to the Thane Plateau, and we get attacked by the not lumbering Lambert, but their big one, but not the hyper notorious one.
Yeah.
And he tells us to run. So me and this other guy, we run to the four corners. Then I don't ever see him again. During the time I'm playing that character, I'm stuck in Sandoria. I have no way to get home because we were sitting home points all the way. I have no map, no money.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awesome teenage adventure, man.
I love that stuff. That needs to be able to happen more in an MMO.
That was always the funnest part for those games, for me at least, was the exploration. Like, I liked the combat, and I liked when we pulled off cool stuff, but just that initial exploration of uncharted territory.
Before you see it
Loved
after your
it.
100th death again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts of that was like all of the thief epic gear or the artifact gear you could get yourself by picking treasure chests. And I went to the four corners of the globe to find those things, and that was a lot of fun.
I like the fact that you actually had artifact gear in that game that did stuff based on your class.
Yeah.
A bunch of stupid stat upgrades.
They're so afraid to do that these days.
Yeah. There's some stuff I would say about their bravery, I guess is the polite way to put it. But yeah, just freaking go for it. Like
What are you going to do? Beat World of Warcraft? I don't think
well,
so.
that's what they went to even.
Yeah.
They don't have any class bonuses anymore. I want a specific talent tree or a specific bonus to what the role I'm playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was one thing in EverQuest that I think they actually did fairly well.
Yeah. Plus, then you had class mastery on that.
Yep.
Too.
Class mastery was the most brilliant aspect of an MMO.
11 has that now too. They have the limit points, and then they have the job points, and
But that came out 8 years after it had.
The job points. About 8 years.
Yeah,
because I think they were just celebrating their. Geez, what were they just celebrating?
Because we started playing that back in 2002, 2003, 2004,
somewhere around there,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
19 or 20.
Yeah, I think they were just celebrating their 18th anniversary not too long ago or something. So,
Good times.
Boy, that makes me feel old.
Yeah, if they'd had some of that stuff from even just the first major expansion, that would have made a big difference.
I actually wouldn't.
I remember getting lost around the outskirts of Bastock. I felt so dumb after I learned it because it's I could have went in any direction and ended up back in Bastock.
I don't regret the quality of life as it was when we started. I'm of the opinion that some of that stuff is what wrecks MMOs.
Yeah.
Bred character.
I don't know. I just when you get in those new ones.
Back in my day, we walked up and down a hill both ways.
I remember watching Travis run around and mine in the Bastock mines.
There's a whole
for hours, man.
There's a whole culture down in those mines.
It's a whole different world, man.
Fowler, if you're out there, we disliked you. To put it lightly.
Yeah, that was with great restraint there. I'm actually impressed at you.
I had no problem with Fowler. I had to see her in the damn Goldsmith Guild every day. So
yeah.
Well, there was that Taru that mistook you for the other Radagast.
I need
Zinkor.
Yeah.
And my dad later mistook the other Radagast for him.
Nice.
I was talking to him, and he's like, "You're weirding me out, man. Who are you?"
Especially the way he would type sometimes.
Yeah.
Because he had that gigantic keyboard that he had to hunt and peck on.
Well, he said a lot, but it was just
all
coming so
gobbledygook.
fast.
I remember what we had gotten the teleport scrolls, and I sold them rather than wait because I didn't know if I was continuing with cleric. And then, of course, I continued, and I had somebody give me theirs, and because they were going for millions of gil at that point. But I told him, free teleports for life, and man, that guy abused that, right? Because they're just all over the place. I'd be on kind of late at night, and hey, I need to go here, please. Okay, I'd take him there, and 20 minutes later, okay, can you come get me here and take me here? And it's after a couple months, I was like, man, this really sucks. But
okay, sorry about that. I think I'm set up now. So that alarm goes off, and then you start hearing sounds from many different directions.
Let's untarget Grant now.
Is that slithering or armor or
both
clinging? Okay. Now, we didn't hear any of that when we were in the cave, right? Because they were completely silent. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a new thing then.
All right. So what you hear?
I swear to God, if they start trying to tell us that the people in the village are the ones actually going to summon the evil and that they've been oppressing people in the fort, and I have to start making sense motive checks, I'm just salting the earth on this place.
Thank the gods you've arrived. Those horrible elves out there. They've been keeping us held up here for thousands of years.
All right, so many things happen. First of all, Rohan, do a listen.
In the tower?
I think the batteries are going low.
Yeah.
Oh, on your mouse.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to join us peasants, John.
But my fingers will break.
The pads, they hurt. They hurt.
Okay. So, too late, you hear the familiar sound of scales on stone. What's your flat-footed AC?
Who, me or Rohan?
Rohan.
It's 18.
Oh. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, flat-footed is 18.
Okay.
I'm going to remove that -7 that I had from being blind and...
Yeah, everybody make sure you don't have any effects on you still.
Yeah.
I was going to say they had the blinded in the conditions or the effects list.
I think that one was from my enfeebled.
Oh.
So I probably had a much lower AC for the entire rest of that fight than I needed.
All right.
Yeah, they got blind. They also got flat-footed.
All right.
All right. So you hear the sound of scraping scales on stone above you. And as you look up, a massive snake strikes at you. This is not a viper. It's clearly a constrictor. But it just barely misses getting a hold of your shoulder. And,
Bounces off my armor.
yeah.
I like the picture. This is you two sneaking on ahead.
That thing is big.
And me and Fenrith.
It's
just
wrapped completely around the pillar many times.
I'm going to pin it to that pillar.
Possibly pin it to the pillar, presumably.
Precisely, possibly pin it to the pillar.
That was Brandon docking experience.
Click, click, click. Down they go.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
What is it?
Snake.
Oh my god.
Is that with that?
Jeez.
Is that almost huge?
Yeah.
I think that is.
It's giant
It
still.
looks like it's only taking up the 4
Yeah.
squares.
Well,
I think all together it would
it's
take
I think
up
it's
9.
6.
Like if it was up and over a little bit, because it's kind of half in, half out of
Well,
some of those
a
grids.
large creature stands in the middle of 4 squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's huge.
Okay.
Oh,
So what does it have reach? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Enough to get Rohan.
Well, he's kind of right next to it.
Everybody's got enough reach to
Can you
get
start a
Rohan.
grapple as part of a attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
What? It just has to hit, right?
Why am I
So-
able to target?
Graham, you see this one come out over by this pillar to your left.
Okay.
And this is like ones you've seen before. It's human-shaped with sharp features and unblinking eyes. And when you look close, you see they've got a forked tongue and pointed teeth and scaly patches on neck and limbs. But they mostly look human. And this one is, right now, he has a longbow in his hand. And he's taking aim at you.
Do you want an initiative?
Not quite.
Okay.
Surprise round.
What's your flat-footed AC?
For Graham?
Yeah.
I can't, unless he's a rogue of a higher level. I can't be caught flat-footed.
And you can be
So
cut
it's
criticaled.
All right. So what is your AC then?
19.
Okay. So 6 damage. And everybody hears the bowstring twang.
Twang.
And then you start hearing sounds from everywhere. So this one comes and steps up onto this rubble here. And he's got a bow, and he's looking towards you, Graham. He doesn't have the action to fire it right now. Okay, Casimir. So to your left, you see this one step over as well. He also has a bow. So you've heard the bowstrings. I think this is the only one you've actually seen. And it's a familiar sight.
Okay.
But he's aiming at you.
All right.
But his arrow goes wide. Let's see. Oh, so you guys can actually see. So Graham, you can actually see more. A little bit more. Yeah. All right.
Graham, what is it's 15 to tumble
Through-
without provoking?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's any sort of movement penalty, though, it can be anywhere from 17 to 20.
But you just have to make that once, even if you cross multiple.
Yeah, once per. If there's multiple
Once per
enemies, you have
cross,
to
right?
do it
But
once
like
per enemy.
one, yeah, just once per enemy. So if I were to try and tumble my way out of this,
You can move 15, half your speed.
yeah,
Yeah.
15 to get out of its threatened area.
It's huge.
And you see another one climbing onto the rubble pile over here, down by that statue. He's also got a bow, but he's not able to take aim at you.
All right.
Then the only thing that happens if you fail the tumble
And then this one,
is
Graham.
it provokes anyway, right?
This one's closer to you, but he does not have a bow. He's got a cruelly curved sword in his hand, a scimitar that you've seen the style before. And he's quickly joined by another companion who comes shouldering past the bowman.
What have you walked us
Set up
into?
behind.
Exactly what we thought we'd be walking into.
I was thinking like 1 or 2 snakes, not this many.
And to your north, Graham, you also see them forming ranks up there.
Beyond the one I can see on the map, I mean.
Here's another one.
Caution or glory, Fenrith?
For who?
Well,
Me.
this rubble isn't tall enough to cause any sort of really blocking of them, so we need to try to maybe fall back to a room.
Yeah, you need to come back, 'cause that way we can...
But glory calls my...
All right, let's go then.
But you can't sneak attack
This
by
is...
yourself.
He's got a summon in his
This is
ring.
what got us in
And I got
trouble
invisibility now.
in the first, or the giant fight.
Well, I think part of the problem that got us in trouble with the giant fight was indecisiveness. So if we're going glory, let's go glory.
Then you hear a sound to your right, Rohan, and some come crawling up over top of the rubble there, and they've got bows as well. Well, one of them has a sword.
2 spaced.
So the question is, which direction do we get charged to glory to?
So the one in the center has a sword.
So sorry, I was mistaken about this rubble. It's not tall enough to take cover behind.
If you went prone.
Prone.
Well,
It's just very much rubbly.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be able to really hit us from anywhere, those ones with the bows. Do you got a cloud?
I have obscuring mist.
And then over to your right, Graham, out of that room with the wood walls, you see more coming. Here's one. And you can see more coming behind him on the other side of that rubble there.
Surprise!
Yeah. So, didn't know that they'd been waiting thousands of years to spring this birthday bash on us.
Well, out of game, I can tell you they were all relaxing. They'd gotten some time off from their bosses for a good performance. But when that door squeaked, the bosses realized they hadn't been keeping up with maintenance, and so...
They made them all go to work.
Yeah.
Them darnable bosses.
I wonder who caused that thing to squeak.
Yeah.
Like the wind must have kicked the door open or something.
The alarm spell must have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
We're all like, how did they know we're right here?
It's just like in, one of them movies where the good guys are trying to creep through and they're immediately surrounded by the entire army of the villains. And
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
at
It
some
kind of
point,
reminds me of that part in, what was it, the 3 Armies?
the
Or Battle of the 5 Armies, The Hobbit,
Huh.
where Gandalf does his reveal spell and like suddenly everything is all around him.
Let's
yeah.
hope that gets that one out of the way.
Oh,
All right.
average again.
All right, that's everybody's initiative. Let's...
In the interest of fairness, I think that the enemy should take a 1 as well on their initiative.
At least one of them.
That brings us to Graham.
Yuan-Ti Blood Riders.
So hang on, let me make sure you can see everybody. So that one, you need to build this.
I think this is a few more than we've killed in the past.
By 1 or 2.
I think this is almost as many as we've killed total.
I don't think we've ever killed this many.
Okay. Yeah,
I meant
Graham.
creatures in general.
Your move.
Since the start.
One of them
probably.
hisses something.
Give them an opportunity to surrender.
So-
We're here to take your
it
form of
sounds like-
surrender.
Surrender.
Oh, I was just about to say the same thing.
We will eat you, little peoples.
That doesn't give me much incentive to surrender.
Can't hear you. Speak up.
Can we talk normal?
Why is everyone whispering?
We don't want to disturb the alarms.
Yeah.
Well, I'll shout back to the rest of my comrades. There's a lot of them over here. And I have invisibility in that ring now.
Yeah.
So I'll shout the command word to activate the spell in the ring. Is that just a standard action to cast invisibility? Because
I believe it takes the same action as the spell. So
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
standard action, yeah.
All right. And then once I go invisible, I will move silently.
Oh, I forgot to warn you. When you're invisible, you see these odd humans, about 9 of them. So,
Ringwraiths.
They're all white and flowing garb.
yeah.
And they're, oddly enough, they're always right behind you.
Yeah. So just be warned.
All right, so you go invisible.
Can I move one more right to the edge of this rubble?
Have you moved?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just wondering if that will count as extra move.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's kind of half rubble, half not.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I move silently up to there, and then that will be my turn.
Okay.
I'll click on my haste boots as well.
All right.
Click,
Gotta go fast.
click, clack.
No, not the constrictor.
And it takes another bite at you.
Nom.
Hits
Get ready to be constricted.
Yeah.
for 15 damage.
Fear not.
And then do a pose grapple.
Yeah, this is kind of pointless.
Well, he didn't say opposed. He said a posed grapple.
Don't get silly
Where's
enough,
my
Fenrir.
grapple? There it is.
He's a troublemaker, though. He's just trying to prove it after you guys called him stale.
Yeah. Well, he's still a little weird.
All right, so it
From
fails to
all
grapple
pounding
you.
on the
Seriously?
helmet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It failed?
It failed.
Huh?
This
Well,
is a bad sign.
Rolled a 1.
I do the fail on a 1 even for skills. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a grapple. Never mind.
There's the enemy's 1.
Yeah. Now, this is a bad sign for us. It's nothing but crits now in Brandon's future.
Oh, no.
And they're
Rohan,
all
your
wielding
move.
bows.
All right. I'm going to try and tumble out of this thing's range.
Where all does that threaten?
If it's huge and it has standard, whatchamacallits, it'd
So
be
I
15
successfully
feet.
tumble half my speed
Fall down and roll away.
out of its range. So that's my first action. And then I'm going to cast, yes, a range for casting. Entangle. How do you get those nifty circles and stuff?
Oh, right click,
Right
pointers,
click, pointers.
and then select square, circle, arrow.
Okay, what is that? I think it's a 40-foot circle.
Yeah, so you'll click where you want it to start and then move your mouse out, and it'll begin a radius.
Okay.
Don't entangle me.
So yeah, no, that's not where I want to put it. How do I erase it once it's there?
Right
right
click
click.
on
Right
it,
click and then-
delete,
Yeah, it'll say
and then it'll confirm delete.
Yeah, I'm trying to cover the main area right
You're going to
there.
proc Brandon's.
Yeah. So I kind of want to place it just over the main section so that it gets those 4 that were coming that don't have bows and cover that part of the pathway that doesn't have rubble. So basically that area right there.
Okay. So,
And the entangle spell, I think it's an immediate reflex save.
What's the DC?
12?
10 plus spell level plus wisdom,
Oh, plus wisdom.
right? You being a ranger.
Yeah. So no, that would be a 14, DC 14.
okay.
If it makes a success, then it moves half speed
Right.
through it. If not, then it's entangled and it has to make a strength or a...
Haste going.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you cast that, and so vines and things like that spring forth from the ground and the rubble, and they start wrapping themselves around people.
Can you do that stuff where you force saves when you cast your spells? Or is that just GM stuff?
No, there's a way he could do it. Maybe afterwards,
Like do some
show
experimentation.
him how to set it up.
Yeah.
But basically, he would have just selected everybody in there as his target and then cast, and it would automatically make their saves for him if
Okay.
you've set the spell up properly.
Okay.
All right, so anything else?
No, that's my round.
All right.
So on to Fenrith or whoever's next.
Okay, not Fenrith. Hang on.
How long does that invisible last?
40 minutes?
Oh,
Or until you
40
attack.
turns, 4 minutes.
until I
Yeah,
lose
make
it.
your attack, yeah. Opening doors, drinking potions, summoning monsters, bunch of other stuff. Do not break it. Just attacks from what the description was saying. So drink your potions now. Drink their potions.
That's always been my philosophy, and that's why I don't have any potions.
Well, you can drink their potions.
Drink your potions now. Drink their potions.
Now's the perfect time to get them.
Yeah. You have a plus 40 to your hide.
It's true.
If you're not moving.
Yeah.
Only plus 20 otherwise. What was your maximum? What could you get?
B plus while I'm moving.
No, if you're standing still, it's your maximum possible hide.
Mine would be an 81.
73.
Yeah.
I'd lose myself that day.
Yeah.
Some say Graham is still wandering around in that building.
What did you say the reflex save was?
14.
You hide in a different plane of existence.
We'll find you years later.
Okay.
No one came looking for me.
He's been following us the whole time.
All right.
I hid so long I became a ghost.
Well, that could happen anyway.
Yeah. I was thinking
Hit
more
so
just
well you
like
actually
a
shifted planes.
Yeah, like you became ethereal.
I'm incorporeal.
raggedy old man. Crazed old man.
You hid from the present.
That's
Oh, what is that thing?
It's the.
So you see this one step forward.
God.
It's one of the ones that looked more like
This
a
looks
snake.
more like a snake.
It was the man body, man feet.
Yeah, it has the
Snake
body
head.
of a human, but
So weird.
basically a snake head. And this one has a big hood on it. And its skin is covered with gleaming scales. Has long fangs and a forked tongue. And a pretty big muscular creature. So it is carrying a scimitar. And you can see some dark liquid dripping off of it.
Start a conversation about how
Off
the
the
scimitar's
scimitar or
critical
Yeah.
threat
okay.
range is, pretty good. Good weapon to carry.
Okay. So, Fenrith.
Yes.
It moves up and attacks you.
Okay.
You haven't gone yet, right?
No.
Okay. So you're flat-footed.
So 22.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you guys.
Wow, you're
Dual
rolling
30s.
great tonight, Game Master.
Yeah, that's...
Plus, it's a scimitar. It's to be expected.
Well, that's 2 20s in a row.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, we're not playing with the alternate insta-death on that. Okay?
Yeah. We are definitely lucky at that.
All right. So, yeah, he slashes you really good for 14 points of damage. And
After getting hit by a hill giant, that's nothing.
Yeah.
let's do...
It hurts my
Fort
pride.
save.
So do something about it.
I'm gonna cry.
You might not be able to do that
Do a fortitude save, please.
in the tower.
Nah.
Good
I hope he got that.
Yeah, he got that.
Missed it by 1. Oh.
All right.
That is a heck of a fort save.
Thankfully, most
That's my
poison ain't-
Crowning achievement
Yeah.
as an elf. It's a 12 fort
So you
save.
see this one come out, and it looks at Rohan there.
Does it lick its lips?
Here comes confusion.
Well, it's got a forked tongue, so it's constantly out, testing the air. But you can see that it's focused on you and focusing its concentration on you, Rohan.
Blindness, deafness.
Oh, not again.
So you feel something, but you shrug it off. And now it's Fenrith's turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Only susceptible to Bobby.
There's too many angles in this room, Fenrir. Make some walls with your magic.
I will.
The only walls Finrith can make are emotional.
All right. I'm going to cast on the defense. So, I'm sorry, it was 15 plus spell level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
What are you
need
trying
a
to cast?
19. Use my domain, divine power.
Do you say that you have the power when you use it?
I have the strength. It's not trademarked or copyrighted, I don't think.
By the power of divine power, you have the power. Nice roll.
I sure do.
Oh, nice.
All right. And I believe that is going to be
Move out of the threat range.
it.
Well, he would have done
Of the
that.
big snake.
Why?
It could grapple you potentially.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know how many ones that thing's going to roll.
That doesn't provoke from it, does it?
No.
Okay.
The first 5 feet don't. At least if you're
At
only
least that's
5
what we
foot.
tell ourselves.
Is that your turn?
Yes. I got to go through and update everything.
You're going to have to ride the edge of this mist if you want to sneak attack, Travis.
Oh, is that what's coming next?
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. If I get a 15 or under, it won't be. And I seem to roll really low.
Oh, yeah, it does have it. Okay. All right, whose turn is it?
Yeah, those percentiles have not been nice to us traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's have him do a reflex.
But, like, I can't complain because, like...
So if they make their reflex, they can move half speed, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so he makes it over to here. All right, he fails his reflex.
So then it takes a full round action, DC 20, either strength or escape artist to be able to move again.
Okay, let's try strength.
You said it was a 4-round action?
Yeah, it's a full round action to free themselves.
Yeah, so you can see him trying to pull off these vines off of his legs, but he's not having much success.
Good spell, Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give yourself a luck of heroes.
Thank you. Thank you, Graham.
It's a fake one, a forgery.
Roll your forgery skill. See if it actually
All right,
works.
so one of them steps forward into the rubble there and takes aim at Casimir with his bow
Mm-hmm.
and hits.
Oh, yeah, you're still flat-footed right now, aren't you?
Arrow
yeah, that
smacks
don't
into you
matter.
for 6 damage.
What is your AC?
18. Flat-footed would be 16.
Ouch.
Okay,
What do you
so he
mean,
can,
ouch? I get a +4 from shield, and then I get up to a +5 from combat expertise if I want it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with my AC. My AC is it's very up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, this one down here is also going to fire at you.
Jeez.
He hits,
Not crit, though.
but not a critical, for 2 damage. And this another one up here in the center of your entanglement is trying to yank these vines off of his legs, and he's not having any success with it. This guy makes it out onto the rubble. This guy makes it to here, and you can see him taking aim towards you, Fenrith, but he's not firing.
Wonder if I rolled a high enough bluff when I cast Obscuring Mist, if I yell at teleport. If they think.
That's a good idea.
Then when the mist clears, we just jump out.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could bluff them by casting it on them, only shouting cloud kill.
The blind. Rolled really good. They waste all their spell slots trying to cure the blindness.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is, guys.
All right.
You know, for being blind, I can see you real well.
It's just an affirmation. Keep casting.
All right, so this one, step to there, fire at Rohan. Miss. You see this one step forward here. He's got his sword out, and he looks to that massive snake and shouts something to it in an alien tongue. Where is it? All right, so this one steps up towards you, Fenrith, with his scimitar.
Okay.
And attacks, but he misses. And this one also steps up to you, and
there might
you
be
get
a-
an attack of opportunity if you want, Casimir.
All right. Let's target him.
Would I as well, since he's moving?
No,
It depends on which direction he came.
yeah, he came from the through his companion's square, the stronger one. All right, that's a hit.
I am targeting him. I don't know why it...
Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah, apply the damage to him.
That's because he made it visible.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. So you stab him really good in the side, and he hisses, slashes at Fenrith, but it goes wide. It clings off his armor. All right.
Oh, okay. It's like 13 was the total. I was like, man, was plus 13 shouldn't be there.
Okay, one in the back fires an arrow at you, Fenrith, but misses. Another arrow. How's your AC higher than 24?
It's not. Give me a second.
Rolled a 24.
Oh, did it not take off? I swear I took everything off of it. Give me just a second. Oh. All right, as it still had the that dodge bonus from last combat from haste.
You could have haste right now.
I don't though, so that's a hit, Brennan.
So what is it? What is your AC?
It's a 24.
Okay.
As without haste or anything else enhancing it, it's a 24.
All right, for 6 damage, that arrow clunks into your arm.
Okay.
And yet another arrow. But this one misses as well. This one just shatters on your breastplate now. What's your name? Graham.
Who are you?
Where am I?
How did you get in this game?
You're hunkered down by that rubble. And you just get a sense about it, and you look into the rubble, and you feel a forked tongue wash over your face, and a snake that's hidden in there strikes at you.
He is invisible.
Right.
Yeah, they probably have
scent.
blind fighter scent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you won't become visible getting hit, so we won't be able to find you to unpoison you.
Or
Is it still, do those scent ones still have the mischance?
No, it they can detect opponents by sense of smell within 30 feet or more of wind, whatever. The creature detects another creature's presence, but not a specific location. Noting the direction of the scent is a move action, and if it moves within 5 feet of the scent source, the creature can pinpoint. So, right. So let's do.
Giant snake just comes barreling out of the rubble and starts coiling around Graham.
No, this is a different kind of snake.
Oh, is this one
Poisony
like
one?
mini
Mini
snake?
snake.
Yeah. So it strikes out but misses, but you can see venom dripping from its fangs. And it's visible to you now.
Oh my
but
god!
Most of
it is a giant snake.
is underneath the rubble. It would be pretty hard to attack it, but anyway.
Is that its actual, the space it takes up?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a huge animal.
So does it threaten everything 10 feet out from those spaces?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be broken by the time we eventually get back to Cradle. You guys realize that? We're gonna be afraid of tight, small spaces, dark spaces, mountains in general, snakes.
So it'll
Things
be
grabbing us from the sky.
your turn, Casimir.
All right, cast defensively. I need a 17 or better. All right. There goes our obscuring mist. It fails. And that's my turn.
I think that would have helped us.
Why wouldn't have?
We wouldn't be
I'm
getting hit by
wondering.
archers.
I'm wondering. Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Unless
that's what it was meant for.
Do you think that these things can scent as well?
Well, if they
the-
have scent, they still have to be within 5 feet of us to pinpoint us.
the tongues.
So the 20% mischance wouldn't count, but they'd still have to be within 5 feet to shoot at us
Okay.
accurately.
So wait, you tried to cast a spell, and so why did you roll? So concentration.
Casting defensively.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what failed.
So he didn't provoke an attack of
So
opportunity.
you would provoke. Is that?
No,
No.
I lose the
You
spell.
just lose it? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no attack of opportunity goes off,
I got you. Okay.
and that's my turn. I get to wait through all of that again.
Yeah.
Graham.
So everything that's red on this, it's actually occupied space around
Yeah,
that
I mean,
token?
threaten. Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
Okay. Well,
It would look better if it was a square pog instead of a circle.
I'll shout out, "Snake!" And you're like, "It does."
Well, we don't know that you're right next to us, so
And I'll
No way, just taste the air and scent him.
We haven't had baths in a while, so we might be able to.
Yeah.
I have to roll a 14 or higher to tumble through.
No, like me and Fenrith, we were in the ocean a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be fine.
Well,
Clean.
But I will.
didn't we have like 4 days
and-
in the tunnels?
Dude,
Yeah.
we got blasted by all
For some
that
reason,
water.
I can't.
Yeah, steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a sauna.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not just washed, but sanitized.
Yeah.
Right.
And the lava. Falling in the lava.
Yeah. So I'm pretty crisp. And
Clean leg, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Fenrith had a little bit more than a clean
Yeah.
leg. I think he was doing his best
Everything
impression
is
of Anakin.
brand new. Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll tumble up
I
here.
move better
Okay.
as a robot.
So looking for that 15. Got what I needed.
All right.
Oh, man. The surface is about to go across the room.
And I can't remember if I can sneak attack these guys or not. Well,
Yeah.
wasn't I doing it last time?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
They have close enough to you.
Yeah, they're not aberrations.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and try to plant my dagger in a soft spot on Yuan-Ti Pure Blood 5.
Okay.
Which I unselected them right away. Okay, so I got the invisible effect going. We'll see if it puts the +2 on there. And then I get a +1 from my haste. So here's my attack roll. Does it look like it? Yep. The effects put the +2 on there.
Then a +1.
I think we just need to start killing.
All right, so that's a hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's the regular damage. Did it apply it to him? Because I was having that problem last time.
Oh, let me find him. Yes, it did.
And here's the sneak attack.
All right, so where you're at and where he was facing Fenrith, you just slide your dagger right up underneath his rib cage, and you can feel it find the heart, and
Jiggle it around.
it's dead before it even realizes what's happened.
He gently pets it and looks in its eyes as it lays down to die.
No, he picked its ribcage lock.
So then I pop.
Right, so your
pop his lock.
invisibility drops.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. And that concludes my turn.
Okay.
I'll set my dodge, actually, with a free action on Yuan-Ti Half-Blood 2.
Okay. All right, so this massive snake slithers down this pillar there a ways. And let's see. What's its target? That's that. Okay, so it's got 3 targets to pick from. So 1 and 2 is...
I guess it has 4. You could hit all 4.
Oh,
of us,
right.
couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So 1d4.
Yeah.
All right.
Which one do I choose? Except this is the
Nice
most.
try, Rohan.
This
Rohan's 1, Casimir's a 2, Fenrith's a 3, Graham's a 4. Graham.
This is the most
I knew
indecisive
it.
snake thing, so he has to take 2 turns, right?
I'd like to argue that the snake was plotting the whole time. It wasn't his turn to go after his initial target, Rohan. Just putting that out there.
Okay, it strikes you and grabs hold of your shoulder. 15 points of
Oh,
damage.
goodness. I've made a huge mistake.
What wicked machinations are snakes conspire?
You said it grabbed a hold of me?
Well, it's going to attempt, so there's the opposed grapple.
Roll a 20.
Is that what I need?
Yeah.
Will you take a 16 plus 6?
Well, technically,
so.
if the snake's grappled, it loses its dex against us. Makes it easier for us to hit.
Okay.
Is the truth.
You know what's interesting about this thing? Believe it or not. Oh, never mind. It does.
This is a smaller version of what we encountered on the island. Is that the interesting
a-
thing?
No,
Almost
this
the
is
same
bigger.
size.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
bigger.
Thought that thing went all the way across the island.
Mm-mm. It was just large. And I think it... that one wasn't a viper. It was a constrictor too, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
The one
So
that
you
they-
are in a grapple with this thing now.
Yipper.
So it, so you're in a grapple with this thing. So does it move you into its space or
I believe it would move into...
it
It is.
yours?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how we'll do it then.
You're crushing me.
Nothing for him. Nothing for him. Rohan.
All right. Seeing Graham get grabbed by that thing, I'm going to shout his name and start firing arrows recklessly at the snake.
Just take careful aim and do it. It'd be a lot more effective.
Yeah, I can't have that -4.
Yeah.
Besides, it's being shot into a grapple.
I don't think it has the -4, right? What is it? I was just looking at that. It's like a random chance to...
yeah, because it's a grapple.
To hit me or the snake. Can't remember where.
Just go up and stab it with your arrows.
Or attack any of the other 50 creatures around us. Besides, you don't worry as much about me or Casimir as you do Graham.
You two haven't died 3 times.
I'm a bit jealous.
Dying.
He's never died. I've always saved him, and I'm right next to him, so you can rest assured I will save him again, because I am the savior of this group.
When we have to bring you back from near death, then I'll start worrying more about you.
I just feel a little bit left out, is all I'm saying.
So, Finrith, does this link back to your mother?
Yes.
Do you have feelings of abandonment? Did she ignore you?
So it's in the armor class modifiers where you roll randomly to see which grappling combatant you strike.
Where is that? Which page?
It's on the armor class 151. So ranged.
Is that the only day that you were sick when attending ranger school? Is don't shoot arrows into a grapple?
What is the % chance?
I think it depends on how many grapplers there are.
Yeah.
So it'd just be 50-50. Although I would like to argue that the constrictor is much
way
larger.
bigger.
And currently trying to wrap around you.
Yeah.
Giving me cover against all other attacks.
Which they do have. Cover against from larger creatures.
Yeah. Let's not press that issue so much.
Let's also...
So is that anyone attacking to it, or is it just ranged?
It's any ranged attack into it. It's only on the ranged one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has
There's
the little
that
3
one.
by it.
If you want to shoot a snake, there's the pile snake. There's also that Yanti Pureblood 6 that we could
There's that
definitely use.
That hurt one?
Yeah.
Yeah, put them down.
Yeah, just open it up so they can move around.
I could really use some breathing room if I'm going to pull him out of this grapple.
Huge snakes.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I think the other big one has a cover bonus, though. Brandon gave a key description in that it would be hard to hit.
Yeah, it's probably striking from out of the rubble.
All right, so...
Well, you feel pretty sure you could hit the snake and not
the Graham.
Graham in this case, because it's so big.
Okay.
And it's completely engulfed him,
He says that, but wait till you roll 10% or less every time.
No, don't roll a percentage. Just do your attack.
Okay.
And he'll have a... What does he have? He loses something.
Dex.
Yeah, so his...
That's why Rohan needed to be in the grapple and not me.
And anybody in a grapple exposes
Okay, yeah,
their
go ahead.
throat
Make your attacks.
at all times.
If you want, you could get that mirror image off of the ring and put freedom of movement if it's low enough level.
All hit. So roll damage.
It's level 4.
Oh, you'd have to get that and invisibility off the ring.
Kaplow.
So yeah, that was my kaplow.
Okay.
40 damage.
Yeah, you all those arrows stick into it, and there's not much to show you. Not much of a reaction, but you definitely see.
It flexes as it constricts tighter around Graham, and all the arrows snap.
All right, so yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
And there, hopefully Fenrith can finish it off or something with it. But you do have a light weapon in your hand, so you can attack.
Yeah.
Can deal some damage.
Bloodtooth is squealing with joy. Yee!
Fortunately, I think he likes the sneak attack stabs the best. The regular
Snake
ones.
can't see it coming.
Actually, because there's no facing, Snake can see it coming.
Yeah.
It's just a giant snake head facing all directions.
Everybody sees everything coming in D&D, and we're all paranoid because of it.
I don't know, we didn't see this alarm spell and 24 enemies come flooding out.
Just want you to sound a little bit more accusatory there, Rohan. All right. And then, definitely.
Graham didn't see the alarm spell.
Only we had warning.
Well, it hadn't occurred to me until just now to check for traps that weren't on doors.
Now you learned a valuable lesson.
Exactly.
I don't think you would have seen the
magic ones are very difficult.
Yeah.
Was it 25 plus trap level or whatever it is?
Plus spell, the
DC.
What's your...
Okay, Casimir, this half-blood steps up, seeing the path to Fenrith block. It steps up over here to attack you.
All right.
And it will do a full attack on you. So the full attack is, it will slash at you a couple times with its sword and also bite you.
Are we not able to target that one?
He might still have it hidden. So
What are you trying to target?
That half-blood. Just seeing what I can target. You had to say something about this, didn't you?
what? That all the critical hits he'd be getting?
Yeah.
It's Rohan's fault if I remember correctly.
All right, so the bite misses,
Jeez.
Yeah.
but the attacks both hit, and one of them is a critical.
Oh, yeah, that's a scimitar, John. You can't do nothing about that. That's what they're made for.
I can blame Rohan.
That's okay. We'll all be dead soon, so it won't really matter.
We're all doing the blame game. You tripped the alarm.
You let
You
him
had an
use
enemy roll a 1
scimitars.
against you.
Never
So
let
there's
them roll.
the critical damage, 12,
No, don't move your
and
knee.
the regular attack, 4 damage.
Your knee.
Yeah, we need to clear a little space so we can get some spells off.
Yeah.
Graham, stop messing around.
Quit rolling around
got
on the
it,
ground
Fenris.
with the... yeah. Hey,
And
Or Casimir.
is this gonna kick up your dislike for, or your waspishness towards
Snake?
Casimir again?
Oh, no.
Dislike of me.
It's been forgotten, and when everything calms down and we're back in the village, I'll remember.
It's forgotten for now.
so this half-blood down here by the statue, it's looking towards that large snake that tried to attack Graham, and it's saying something to it. But it doesn't make any moves. Fenrith, your turn.
Okay.
Do I get a bite attack if I full attack?
Wow.
You
gotta
did when
grow
you were
some
mad.
fangs.
Where are my skills? All right, so I will cast offensively. What is that? Freedom of movement into the grapple, or I guess onto Graham.
All right, let's see if you succeed.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
I needed a 19.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Barely.
You're casting freedom of movement on me?
Yes.
So you can't be grappled anymore.
Well,
Well, you can escape a grapple without.
yeah, you automatically win.
Well,
Let's see.
So he'd still have to break out of it.
Well, so the subject automatically succeeds any grapple check made to resist a grapple attempt, as well as on grapple checks or escape artist checks made to escape a grapple or a pin. And then it allows you to move normally
Through all that
through
junk that
everything
Rohan
else
has
too.
out
Yeah.
there.
So feel free to prance around and
Stick some
sneak
kittens.
attack as often as you like. It'll last for 80 minutes.
Those ones that are entangled may actually have lost their decks as well. I'll have to double check that.
Yeah, just slowly saw through some kidneys.
I don't want to tumble that way, though. It seems like a bad idea.
Is it, though?
Every way seems like a bad idea.
And then I think that'll be it, because I can't really go anywhere. I'm squeezed between 2 giant snakes.
Could be worse. They could be colossal centipedes.
It's true. Colossal earwigs.
Oh, come on, man. This is a Christian household.
Earwigs are the devil.
all right. So,
No, they don't lose their decks. They just get a -4 to decks when they're entangled.
They're not considered flat-footed in there? If they're entangled, I would assume.
No, it's a specific modifier.
Oh?
They get a
A
-2
condition.
to attack rolls and a -4 to dex.
That kind of messes up the ranged
For melee and ranged.
Ah. Well.
Because that gives them a -2 plus their dex loss on all the shots they're firing. That's a good spell.
Yeah.
Here's another Forged Look of Heroes.
Thank you.
I'm untrained in forgery. I don't think I can roll it.
Why does this say good for one burger?
What is a burger even?
They're hug coupons.
Yeah.
One Graham owes Rohan one free hug. Redeemable at any time.
Hug will last 10 seconds or longer.
Yep. As deemed fit by Graham.
Void if not within 30 days. Blah, blah, blah.
So now I'm picturing like freshly waxed floors, and these things are just sliding right along, not slithering. They like came around the corner too fast, and they kept sliding. That's how they all got here.
But what about the rubble? Is that what freshly waxed too?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they just slide
You've
up and over.
gotta wax your rubble.
How foolish of me to think otherwise.
What else would you do with it? Leave it all dirty and dusty?
Polish up your rubble.
Rubble shield.
The interior decorator took a lot of time to specifically place that rubble for the feng shui of the
flamboyant Yanti designer.
Yeah. Although the placement of their alarm spell was kind of suspicious that it is strategically placed rubble.
Well, I would hope so. I would imagine these things are like the soldiers, especially if they have a commander.
We should take around and just chastise them, but if there are this many of them, they could clean up the rubble if they really wanted to.
But then where would we put our alarm spell?
On the door.
Well, like,
put rogues check doors.
I don't really have a problem with the alarm spell. That's how you do like
Cheap
a
shot. Sorry,
a trap.
Graham.
Like a pitfall trap or whatever. You'd make a fake path that would be easier for your prey to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of subconsciously channels them that way.
Yeah, think of it like a snare.
Exactly like it did for us.
Yeah, you should have been able to spot that. You were probably sitting there going like, man, this seems very familiar.
Yeah. Some reason...
Feels like I'm drawn this direction. Yeah, this is the way I want to go.
I'm craving rabbits here.
Maybe a squirrel?
Wait, I am the rabbit.
Ah.
All right, so a good deal of the ones that were stuck in that entanglement zone have managed to get themselves out of it.
Oh, don't do that.
There are still a couple that are fruitlessly trying to tear the vines off their legs so that they can move.
Bought us a little bit of time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now, if you guys could stop requiring me to save you, I can start killing these things.
I don't remember asking you to save me.
I'm just messing with you guys.
It's because it was an automatic screen for help.
Yeah, this is the potential of being grappled by this group is the only reason why I always prep that one spell.
All right, so Rohan, one comes up and takes aim, lets an arrow fly, but it sails past you.
He's going to lick you first to send you.
This one comes up with his sword here and attacks.
Critical threat. Come on.
Don't, Chris. I think you got a little too much of a blood rush going from that giant fight, man.
If I can't get criticals, then everyone else needs to.
And then
not when there's this many enemies.
This one also steps forward and attacks you with his sword.
You're going to have to get up on one of our shoulders so that you can still do ranged attacks pretty soon.
But he misses as well.
If one of you got onto my shoulders, would we count as a large creature and get a 5-foot reach?
All of us have reach.
Well, no, like for each one on the shoulders of the other, we'd get additional size categories.
This one that's attacked you before is going to slice at you again, Fenrith.
Okay.
But he misses terribly. Now you got an arrow headed your way.
No. I'll ask it to deviate.
And it did.
Did it? Yes.
Yeah, well, like that's the good thing about being engaged. You know, you always need to carry one of the melees around so you get that.
Another arrow.
that 4 to your AC.
Come on, 2 in a row.
Although any archer has worth its salt has
Another
precise
arrow.
shot.
No.
Only if you're the one making them, Justin.
Oh no, the other big snake.
Yeah, so there's no one close, so it doesn't matter. So this thing slithers off and disappears from view.
That's almost more frightening than it attacking.
Yeah, because now we gotta watch everywhere for it. Is it behind this door? Is it in this dumpster? No one knows.
Rohan will step on it on accident.
No, I'm gonna start doing like I did in the undead dungeon, where instead of like breaking skulls, I'm just gonna get a buttload of like oil and light every pile of rubble on fire.
Okay, Casimir.
Basically Bill Murray from Caddyshack.
Yeah.
You're surrounded now. Almost.
It's a perfect setup for some cleave.
Don't have cleave. All
Not
right.
that kind of
Don't
fighter.
remind me.
You just hurt him.
I'm not that kind of warrior.
I'm going to do a full attack on... Well, I'm going to start with the one right in front of me and then go to the pure blood if the first one dies.
Okay.
I'm going to minus... let's go 4 from my attack and add it to my defense.
All right.
All right. So, do you want me to just roll both of the attacks at once, and we would just compare them if the first one drops?
Sure.
Okay.
No
2 ones.
way.
2 ones. That's double criticals for Brandon now.
Now you have earned a luck of heroes for that.
Well, I already have 2, and I was going to use 1.
Take another one.
Okay. I'll use the one I just earned to attempt. Do I have to use 2 to re-roll both of them?
Yeah, it's 1 per attack.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Take 2. Double ones.
No.
Nope, but low.
Okay, so 1 hit.
All right. So that would be to the first Yanti.
Okay. So that kills him.
Deflection bonus.
Cannot believe that.
Load that into your level 1s.
All right. Minus my
Is it? There's
luck a hero.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Graham.
All right, time to get tricky here. So, according to the grapple rules, I can take 2 of those actions because I have 2 attacks with a full round attack.
Right.
So what I want to do is attack defensively and do my light weapon attack and then do the escape, the grapple, in place of my other attack action.
Okay.
Does that sound all kosher to you?
Yeah, so you can deal damage. What are you doing? Deal
With-
damage.
Yeah, with a light weapon, I get a -4 for being in the grapple and a -4 for attacking defensively.
Okay. And that's what, against his AC or an opposed grapple?
It's against his AC.
Okay.
So here's that attack.
Mm-hmm.
Why did 2 come out?
You
Oh,
critical.
it's a crit. It's not confirmed, but
But it is a hit.
nice.
all right. So here's the damage on that.
Okay.
You have a ruby.
How's he doing? I know I was heavy.
Jeez.
Yeah, I guess I'll dump that ruby into him.
Okay.
There's that.
All right.
And then, so for my second attack action, I'll escape the grapple, and I just end up somewhere outside of his space. I assume it is of my choosing.
You can
All right.
come over near me.
And the only space I really like, I don't like, but it's right here.
Ugh.
Is that right out of his space, or is it one more? Like,
Well, it is, but there's a body there on the ground.
and so I can't end it there?
Um,
Or is that just a terrain modifier?
yeah, it's just a terrain modifier.
Because that's all I have. I have entangled or I have rubble.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either any direction I go.
Okay.
Does the freedom of movement negate the entangle,
Yeah.
or did we...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I thought it didn't do the magic.
No,
ones.
it does. It does
does.
do magic
Justin's doesn't.
specifically.
Yeah, my
magic.
woodland stride doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, I forgot about
get
that.
yourself some flanking.
So I will go.
If he does that, then he's all alone on the other side.
Yeah, he'd need to go to the other side of the snake from you,
Let's see.
or
Yeah.
I'd need to kill like that pure blood.
There's just so many attacks everywhere. I think
Yeah.
I'll just get behind.
Dude, go into that snake hole and do some
Dive
hiding.
in.
Bye, guys. That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Burrow through.
I got up. I'll put my dodge against that giant constrictor.
All right.
Yeah, and that will do.
Okay. So for its part, this snake will slither back to the pillar and up the pillar.
Provoking?
Yeah, Fenrith.
Combat. Action. Target.
Yeah, so you hit. You take a swing at it. Take a giant chunk out of its tail. But it's still moving. It still manages, though dripping blood heavily down on the ground, it manages to twirl around that pillar and move up with startling speed.
No, ever since we got on this island,
Rohan.
I've had bad luck.
All right, so 2 attacks of opportunity. I'm just going to fire my bow and accept them from the 2 that are threatening me.
What?
Attack defensively.
Yeah, or at least move over here
Do
where
what you
only
want.
one can
Sorry.
attack you.
I don't mean to interfere with
No,
you.
there really isn't any.
No matter where I go. there'll
Yeah,
be 2.
sorry, I was looking at Casimir.
Don't worry, I'll take my attack opportunity too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the nice thing about that spell is it lasts for like 8 hours.
okay, they both miss.
Okay.
It works on the road.
Who are you shooting at?
The one just to the south of me, Yuan-Ti Pure Blood 3.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to take my first 2 shots at him
All right.
of my multi-shot.
Okay, the first is an automatic miss. Second one is a hit.
I was talking about this.
Okay. And that's damage for the first one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's
And then if he's still alive, then I will fire my 3rd shot at him. -7 around
Yes, he is alive. And that's a miss.
there. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Wow, 2 misses in 1 round.
Don't worry, here comes some criticals for us.
Yeah. Well, when they've got 16 of them out there, just law of averages, at least one of them is going to crit every round.
and at least 14 of the 16 will
Eventually.
every turn.
Every turn.
Mm-hmm. Because we've got to stop taking all those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Has been a lot of ones.
two. Oh, man, the surface. It's all its fault, I know it. Millstone around my neck.
Did you guys see my attack roll?
Huh?
I mean, the damage I did.
Yeah,
More
one
than
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Casimir,
Yes, sir.
this half-blood will do another full attack on you.
All right.
And you notice a copious amount of venom flowing from its fang.
You fought or used your combat expertise last round, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, the bite is a critical threat.
It's not
The
good.
first sword slash is a miss. The second sword slash is a miss. But the critical bite is confirmed.
I thought it says not confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It does. Sorry, I saw the confirm above it.
He was just getting in the heat of the
So you
moment.
hit with a
Yeah, he's
you're
getting
hit with a
bloodlust.
bite.
All right. Fort?
Well, hang on. So what you have here is
Failure to
Yeah.
communicate.
Beat me to it.
yeah. So we'll do bite damage.
Which is bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
And kind of gross. Think about it.
All right. So you've got 5 bite damage.
Okay.
A
Now
lot
you
of tongue
need a
happening.
fort save,
Oh, come on. You can do it. There we go.
Oh.
and then you also take 14 acid damage
What?
from. And so as it bites into you, you feel this incredible burning that seems distinct from the by now familiar feel of poison. So
Hey, that says something about the game master right there.
Yeah, we're just sipping on it.
You got a taste for it.
all right,
now.
and this half blood down here looks at Rohan, focuses on him.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, a little woozy, Fenrith.
Well, that's actually exactly not what I wanted.
Yeah, when we get back to Cradle, we'll find Casimir sitting in the dark corner with a snake just poking himself with the fangs.
No way.
I need the rush.
I might be able to have enough knowledge of spellcraft to remove venom sacs. I'd probably distill it
That was
down.
one heck of a will save.
Yeah,
But
that
you,
is.
yeah, you make the save. So Fenrith, your turn.
All right.
How long does that entangle last, Justin?
4 minutes.
Okay.
I was like, oh, shoot, I need to update my
Or wait.
spell counters. I don't have any spell
So
counters.
I will cast a cure critical on Casimir, as I will swap out Airwalk.
You will swap out what?
Airlock?
Oh, no!
Airwalk.
Okay.
As spontaneous cast cure critical on Casimir.
All right.
Man, airlock would be my favorite spell.
And then 5 foot here.
Jettison
And
the target out into the depths of space.
end my turn.
All right. So this one steps forward and attacks you, Fenrith.
Okay.
But he misses. All right. And then this one will fire at you with an arrow. So that clings off your armor. This guy will take a 5 foot up here. And I meant here.
Dang it.
Attack Casimir with flanking. Can you be flanked? Yeah, you can be flanked. Right? So I'll just add a +2. But he misses. Yeah, that's fine. Got arrow coming at Fenrith. Misses. This guy steps up here to flank Rohan. But he misses as well. This guy is still stuck in the entangling vines and cannot manage to pull himself free. Okay, this one will attack Fenrith. But he misses. So you got like a lot of sword strikes hitting your armor, but they're just not breaking through.
You got a shield too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Clanging, clanging.
I'm currently curled up in a ball, holding it.
This guy, he makes it out. Yeah, so then now you can just hear the sound of arrows after arrow being fired, headed towards Fenrith and Casimir. This one's headed to you, Casimir.
All right.
But it misses. All right, now he's out. And so another arrow for Casimir. Also misses. Okay, so he's out. And who's this? Okay, so this one will fire an arrow at Rohan. This one over here by the pillar.
You need to 5 foot forward row.
And he hits you with his arrow.
So we can get hit by line attacks?
Yeah.
For 1
I was
damage.
thinking an L shape.
And this one right underneath you, he will attack you with his sword. And he hits, but not a critical, for 2 damage. And this one with flanking will attack you. And he gets a critical hit. I don't know why it didn't roll critical damage. Did it apply that damage to you? Yeah, it did. It did. So what we'll do is take 6 off. And we'll try again. There, for 10 damage with his critical hit. And he gives a shout of glee. Another arrow at Fenrith.
So
Another one clangs off his breastplate.
So I turn and I say to Fenrith, well, at least we're fighting in the shade.
Another arrow clangs off his shield. Another
horse
arrow
Spartan that's just out
off
far
his
enough that he's getting
shield.
peppered.
So yeah, there's just arrows flying in and just clinging off of Fenrith's bright white armor. And Casimir, your turn.
All right.
It's insanity.
I will -4 from my attack. I will add it to my damage, and I will full attack the pure blood Yonti.
Okay.
The pure blood or the half blood?
Half blood.
Yeah, the half blood. You mean? Yeah.
So -4. Let me update my AC real quick. 0. All right. Action. Huh?
Aww.
What do I get?
All right. So the first attack missed, but the second one hit with a 23.
All right. So I -4, so +8.
Well, hang on. The first attack shows that you rolled a 7 and it only added a +1.
It does them backwards for
Minus
whatever reason.
4,
I
yeah.
got you. All right.
But
So
it
the
should
second one was actually the first roll.
Yeah.
Well, it says attack number 2 first, and then
Yeah. Okay.
But power attack works for every attack I make until my next turn, so that would include like attacks of opportunity and stuff once
Yeah.
I minus it. Did I already add the modifier? All right, so +8 damage.
All right. Yeah, so you do 22 damage to him, which, you know, he's definitely looking the worse for wear there. Although you can't tell by his expression because he has a snake head. But he's standing a little less strong, so.
Hood's a little droopy.
A little bit, yeah. Graham.
I don't think I can stand in that spot behind Deontay Pureblood number 1 where the fountain is.
Yeah, you could get up there. That would be double. That would cost double.
So what would my tumble
Even
DC,
with
17 or 20?
Well, no, I mean, it would still just be the 17.
Even with the freedom of movement?
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, never mind.
So tumble normal.
So 5 foot?
I don't think I can 5 foot, like, through his...
No, I see
Right?
what you're saying.
Well,
That was always my impression, that you could, like, if there's
Yeah.
an enemy there, you could
Yeah.
diagonal past them, but I could be wrong.
yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter. I'll tumble up there. Let me get you that roll.
Okay.
Got a 21.
All right. So yeah, now you're standing on the lip of that fountain.
Yeah,
So basically, you just do a
Drive down
nice little
hard.
flip up there,
and then I'll try to
acrobatic maneuver.
jab down towards the base of his neck or something
Perfect.
like that
Okay.
for a sneak attack. Never hedge your bets, so I will not attack defensively. I get a +2, +3.
Nice.
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 Damn.
That is a critical hit.
So here's the damage. I'm not targeting. I'm sorry.
That didn't include the sneak attack yet,
No,
did
no,
it?
no, but I'll
I was gonna
target him
say,
for the
man.
sneak attack. So yeah, it was 11 for my hit. Sorry for not targeting him.
That's okay. So I got the 11 in there.
And here's the sneak attack.
Ploosh.
Yeah. So you stab your dagger down into the base of his neck, and it just cuts so much that his whole head flops forward, just held, by the front of his throat, and he dies.
That's it for me.
Way to go.
First blood.
You didn't start this war, Graham.
Second blood for me.
I think it's like third blood, really, because there's 2 dead ones already over there.
My AC is much compromised. I'll
All
set
right.
my dodge against 15.
Not that anybody would notice, but the giant constrictor snake disappeared somewhere up in a hole in the ceiling.
Well, maybe if the snake took off his glasses and had a super awesome makeover montage, we would have noticed it.
Rohan, your turn.
It's true.
Okay. So I'm going to 5 foot step back
No line attacks.
out of. Yeah, we are perfectly lined up right now.
Yeah,
aren't we?
just instead go that way.
Black dragon.
L shape.
Black
L shape.
dragon's already here.
I'm going to target the half-blood behind me, taking the provoked attacks of opportunity from that one and the one next to me.
From the half-blood and from
Half-blood.
Pure Blood 4.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. I'm going to shove this arrow right down his throat. That, and I'm trying to get myself behind the meat shields.
Couldn't you have just moved through Casimir Square at that point, though?
That would have provoked 5 attacks of opportunity.
Well,
This only does 2.
You should have just tumbled because it'd be +2 for
Yeah.
each opponent beyond the first. Graham does this all the time.
yeah.
Snake
Why
comes
did
out of
I
nowhere
ever
and bites
think?
you.
Yeah.
All right, so the half-blood misses you, and so does the Pure Blood.
All right. So, yeah, I am going to, as I step forward towards that half-blood, I'm just going to unleash everything I got at him.
All right, all 3 hit.
And,
Plop.
all right.
All right, so yeah, all these arrows just go right through the center of his chest and leave a gaping hole, and he falls dead to the ground.
Do you actually take the time to aim each one?
Yeah, I stick one in each eye. Or, I guess they went through the middle. I'd hit the first one and then hit the second one right on the back of that and just shove them all the way through.
And you get it slowly. So 1, and then the next one goes in here and increases the hole size. The next one goes in slightly below that and increases it more.
Yeah, once I'm not in constant melee combat, I can start focusing on these archers around us.
Well, now you can take a diagonal
Yeah.
5 foot back in like my direction.
All right, so you see step out from underneath the one of the statues by the door, you see another half-blood. And he's moving up here with his eyes on you, Graham.
Oh, move back, move back.
And you feel a constriction about your head and neck, an odd sensation.
Hopefully not a will save.
Yay, will saves.
Close one, guys.
But yeah, you managed to resist it.
Wonder if it was a dominate.
One of those. Oh no, it was the
Vampire
the
spawn.
bug creatures that got me.
Confuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Umber Hulks.
You see this other half-blood move up to engage you, Rohan.
Okay, now he's in range of Casimir.
But so are you,
He gets a critical hit.
Damn.
Those scimitars are brutal.
Yeah, but that first one was an automatic hit.
For 8 points of damage, and then are you immune to acid?
No, lightning.
Lightning, that's right.
I think Chris was the one that was in.
No, I don't have any immunities. But you should have said yes.
15 points of acid damage.
I'm immune to acid.
Too late. Fenrith.
All right.
Green Ranger needs food badly.
Green Ranger needs to get over here. Because I
been
can't
trying.
just leave this open.
I've been trying for a few rounds. It just.
We almost have a choke point, though. There's so many
Yeah.
clogged up.
Yeah, if I if I fall back there, these guys can collapse in and cut Graham off.
Yeah. Gotta maintain the formation. Hold.
Tick tock, tick tock.
All right, so we're going to go free action, activate haste boots, full attacks all around. We'll start with the first two on Pure Blood 11.
Okay.
All right, let me better target Pure Blood 11.
Here you go. Go ahead.
Thank you. No, I have everybody targeted. All right.
All right, both hit.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a couple slashes and his head falls from its shoulders.
All right, and then what is it to switch targets?
4.
4. Okay, so this will be on Pure Blood 15.
I think I've been doing it the Shadowrun way. I think I just went with -2. Oops, hey.
All right, so that's an automatic miss there.
Yep.
What else?
I will end my turn. That's what else. Because that does take my AC up 1 point, though, for the haste.
Okay. All right, Graham. So this one on the rubble here is going to fire his bow at you. But he misses. Now we've got more arrows coming at Casimir and Fenrith. So Fenrith, miss. Okay, so this guy...
That dang tracker, when it gets to this point, it's just a sea of red eventually. And then me.
Yeah.
This guy will 5 foot up here, and he will attack Rohan with his scimitar. He misses. All right, this guy about to self-delete. It was 15 or 14 for the Contangle reflex.
Reflex was 14.
Okay. This guy finally makes it out.
Sweating, tired.
Yeah.
Crying?
Well, yeah, he's kind of seeing his friends get slaughtered.
Yeah, these are Yuan-Ti. They don't have friends.
Everybody has friends.
Fenrith, this pure blood here will attempt to grapple you.
15?
Yeah,
Does that provoke?
it does.
Okay, I'll take that.
It provokes an attack of opportunity.
I was hoping it was 13.
No, that one was still trying to kill me.
So you hit,
Oh, yeah.
and you do some serious damage to it. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. I did have it targeted.
yeah,
Why
you did.
didn't it apply?
It
It
did.
did.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So his grapple attempt fails.
Yeah, he's heavily damaged now.
Okay, another arrow at Casimir. With a miss. Another arrow at Casimir. And that one hits.
They got what they needed.
For 8 damage.
Yep.
Alright, so this guy, this arrow's for Fenrith, and that's a hit. For 3 damage to Fenrith. This one's for Casimir.
That guy's grabbing me. It's no fair. I can't move my shield around.
The other cheating.
I know.
Nothing for you. We will step forward to flank Rohan and do a full attack, which is just one attack. But he misses. I will shoot at Rohan, but he misses.
That was a close one, though.
This one will attack Rohan with his scimitar.
Ooh.
That one
Was a hit, but not a critical. For 3 damage. Arrow for Fenrith, which is a miss. Arrow for Casimir, which is a miss. Okay, another arrow. Once again, just shatters on Fenrith's armor.
You guys think I'll be deaf after this?
And that brings us to Casimir.
Blasting into all this plate armor.
I think I could probably kill the Yonti pureblood,
Get him.
but I'm kind of more worried about the Yonti half-blood.
Yeah, I don't like those things.
So I'll target the Yonti half-blood, and I will full attack. I'll minus... it's -5 from my attack, and I'll add it to my damage.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
dang.
Oh.
Yeah, says
You
confirmed.
got a hit. No, it's not confirmed.
Oh, what? Why does it say confirmed?
It says the attack was confirmed.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 1 hit.
Yeah.
All right, so plus 10 to damage.
Okay.
8, 9, 10. And that's my turn.
That was to Half-Blood 3.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you stick him really good in the chest. And that brings us to Graham.
So I'll hold forth my fist and yell, "Power up!" I got 1 charge in the Ring of Ram. I'll expel it on Yonti Half-Blood 1. I'm going to do it defensively, though, so I couldn't miss on it. So it's a ranged attack. So here goes that.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Was it a ranged touch attack?
No, just
Regular.
I'll have to
You're
let
gonna
it be.
drop back.
Yeah, so a sound you haven't heard in a while. Power up!
But nothing happened.
But nothing happened.
But I'm going to get a little risky here. I'm going to tumble through this guy's space. We'll see if I can do it. So it's 25 for him, and then it'll be 17 for Pure Blood 4. So let's do the 25 first. I'm going to Luck of Heroes that, if I can.
Okay.
So it just stops me right here, and he gets his attack of opportunity.
Pure Blood 20.
Yes, but let me update my AC, because I did attack defensively. Okay, it's good to go.
Okay, well, he misses.
That's it for my turn.
Okay. Rohan.
All right. So I can 5-foot step back behind Casimir, right?
No, not into...
Because it has a movement penalties from the corpse.
it has a movement penalty.
It's technically a natural.
Death is natural.
Try and
It's part of the
tumble,
cycle of life.
right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tumble through Casimir's space and end up here.
Okay.
Let's see. So I would be provoking from Pure Blood 13, 3, 4, and 20.
Yeah. 3 Pure Bloods and a Half-Blood.
That goes,
All right,
All
so
right, so-
let's do...
Four tumble skills.
and it goes up by +2 per opponent beyond the first.
Okay, so let's see. First one, it's a 15, right?
Yeah.
First one I got.
Okay.
So we'll do clockwise starting from Pure Blood 20 on down and around.
Okay.
So this one is for you need to get a 17 or greater. Did not get it, so that one gets an attack of opportunity.
Well,
And does it
that
stop
stops you too.
It doesn't stop
No.
when you're going past it.
Oh, okay.
But it might stop him if it decided to do
Grapple
some
or
attack.
something.
That
Yeah,
would stop you.
grappler. So yeah, he takes his attack of opportunity.
Okay, he misses.
This is for the Half-Blood
Okay.
at 19.
Nice.
So I got that one.
Okay.
And this is for the last one. Need a 21.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
So that's one move action. And when I pop up, I'm going to take 2 arrows out and shoot them simultaneously at one of the archers behind us. I will target Pure Blood 16.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okay. So then 2 arrows hitting it. Multi-shot.
Okay. All right, so it
Dang.
goes straight through his head, drops him.
All right.
That was a heroic turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
That was a good one. After the number of critical misses.
Give yourself a Luck of Heroes for that heroic action.
All right. Then, yeah, it's on to, I think it's Fenris' turn next.
No,
Or
it's
no.
the half-bloods. Yeah.
All right.
So since all this is happening simultaneously, did we just tumble over each other?
We did a high five in our cartwheels when we
That's
passed.
probably why you didn't get yours.
It messed me up.
Well, because you weren't expecting to have another tumbler.
Yeah, one of you high five the other's boot.
15, 20. Okay, this guy moves up to here, Fenris.
I just
Okay.
out of threatened space.
He will attempt to grapple you.
Okay. Was that provoke?
Well, you used yours this turn.
Did I already?
Yeah.
Yeah, against the other one that tried to grapple.
Yeah, so...
15.
Yeah, 15 tried to grapple you.
Did you delay? Is that what happened, Justin?
No, this
No.
is this just started over.
Well, does he get it back at the
Yeah, but
beginning of
it's
the
not
combat
yours.
turn or his
Oh.
turn?
I see.
Oh, okay.
Your
Yeah.
turn. So
All
let's do an opposed grapple. Okay, so you win.
Okay.
Stop it.
Don't worry, Fenris. If he'd grappled you, I would have poked him.
It's good. It was,
All right, so Casimir, this half-blood will full attack you.
All right.
what?
It's an automatic miss on the first, okay, so the bite misses, the first sword attack misses, critical threat, but not confirmed. So one hit, the scimitar, and that is 6 damage, and then 12 acid damage.
His blade had ass too.
Yeah. There's a few of these guys you see with blades that are dripping. And now it's Fenrith's turn.
When my next turn comes around, will you let me know which ones those are so I can focus on them? Because those things are a lot more dangerous than the archers right now.
Yeah.
10 full round actions to look.
Well, there used to be 20 out here.
Right, Casimir needs food badly, too.
All right. Let's see. So we'll start Rohan. I'm going to deactivate my haste boots. Change my AC back. Okay. So we'll start with Rohan. Cure Serious.
I feel fine.
Did you do your...
Oh,
Casting
I am
defensively.
Cast defensively?
so sorry. I did not... Oh, good. I needed an 18.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think that's all I can do for right now. I'll turn slightly so that Rohan can see my potion bandolero. Say, grab this potion. Exactly.
Hey, Rohan.
Rohan,
See anything you like?
He
Okay.
flashes up in his breastplate.
get this.
Look what I got.
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
The number of movie and video game references we've had this game session have just been increasing exponentially.
Well, it's only 45 minutes or so left, huh?
Yeah.
What are those?
It's a dog treat called Happy Howie's. It's basically like salami.
Ah,
Okay, Casimir. This number 13 slices you with its scimitar
all right.
and does 5 damage.
Okay.
And Fenrith, an arrow slams into your shoulder and does 2 damage.
That's what I get for showing you my wares.
And then this number 15 attacks you,
Okay.
but he misses. This one will move up here and attack you, Graham.
Because you need to get over into that other square. That way I can touch all of you guys.
With a critical hit
Of course.
I think him being an elf takes
for 7
priority
damage.
for the jokes.
So we'll step up here, fire an arrow at Casimir. All right, so an arrow slams into you from somewhere in the back, Casimir, and does 3 damage. And Graham, the one next to you, number 20, will attack you with his scimitar.
I thought it was safe over here.
But he misses.
Not safe anywhere.
When you're entangled, do they have to make that each turn?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Graham, that is the
I
safest
know
place
that's
for
where
you.
I'm going to go back to, I think.
All right, and then one of these down here on the bottom fires an arrow at you, Graham. All Oh, there's like something weird about your square.
Yeah, I keep getting hit in it.
For 7 damage.
Weird.
And
Looks like his icon is just slightly shrunk.
Is he on top of one of the dead things?
this one was 5
Yeah.
foot over here and attack Casimir.
No, I'm hiding under the corpse.
And it hits for 1 damage. Dumb. Alright, arrow to Fenrith. Right into his face. Miss.
Doesn't mean they didn't hit me in the face, though.
Yeah, he's just got that Robert Jordan stone face.
No, he's got a full helmet.
You got a full helmet that they keep smashing arrows into.
Is it like putting your head inside of a bell and having someone just ring it with a hammer?
No.
I don't know, as many times as this thing's been bashed today.
Okay, Casimir, your turn.
All right, 1 attack towards the half-blood. I will not minus anything from these. I wonder why that is the way it is, though.
Because that's the way it always has been.
Well, no, like on my 2 attacks I got a +11, but on my 1 attack it's only a +9. Guessing something's not updated somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll just roll them both, and because if this dies, I'm going to another one. So I'm just going to roll them both, and the other one will have a +1. So here we go.
Well, 1 hit.
All right. So that's the one that we'll be doing.
Curse splash.
Okay. On Half-Blood 3.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright. Graham.
All right, let's tumble to safety. First, I'm going to assume a totally defensive position, and then I will tumble to here, which is Pure Blood 4, 20, and 18 that I got to roll against.
4, 20, and 18.
So here's against the DC 15,
Okay.
17, and 19.
Nice rolls.
Gee, that's good.
And there's a free action to absorb that jewel as health.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll do that. I still haven't set it up. So I got 8 hit points back, which puts me at 27. That's my turn.
Alright.
Kill that one by Casimir.
The half-blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, the giant constrictor goes before me, so
No.
it's not on the map anymore, but
I see.
They're out there somewhere.
He's
Give me a second here.
Did I trigger the alarm again?
suddenly they all respawn again.
no.
That's how it works. Retreat.
We just need to find the alarm that despawns them.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool
Found
dungeon.
it. My sword.
Bunch of invisible spawning and despawning traps.
That might be a pretty good illusion for kind of an initial defense scare in an area.
Spawns a bunch of
Spawns a bunch of like whatever
spawns
warriors
real ones and illusions.
Yeah.
So you have a teleport spell that's triggered by the alarm. So no matter where they're at.
Let's stop giving the game master ideas.
Well, I think there should be a percentage to see if any of the teleported in soldiers are in some sort of state of undress or unpreparedness.
So just their breastplate clanging.
Yeah, because it's teleporting them, but they
Okay,
might
Rohan,
sleep.
your turn.
Yeah.
One of them squatting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back so I don't trigger the attack options from the half-blood, but instead I'll trigger it from the pure blood 17. So he gets his attack of opportunity.
But he's an archer, so wouldn't that again then trigger one for
No,
him?
that guy has a sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you just give him your bow?
Yeah, here, hold this. Use this, guys.
And then attack opportunity him for
Oh my
interacting.
god. You
Critical hit.
That is like the
You guys,
6th
I
critical
can't
hit that's hit
keep
me.
up with this.
Just do it.
6 damage.
You can keep up with that.
No, I can't.
Yeah, they're
I
getting a
gotta
lot of
get
criticals,
over-
but not doing an awful lot of damage.
Is,
You're fine.
Graham getting that spot Rohan just vacated so I can heal you.
So I'm going to target that half-blood that's been attacking Casimir with my first 2 shots.
He's going to target Casimir with the third one.
He'd probably knock me out.
All right. So those hit.
Yes, both hit.
First damage, second damage.
Sploosh.
All right, that drops him.
Good job, Rohan.
So then, do I see any others just right away that have that acid blade?
That other one.
Half-blood one.
Right by Fenrith.
That other half-blood does.
So yeah,
He's like
I'll switch targets.
just etching into my armor with it now.
Why didn't that roll? It just kind of laid down.
Slither was here. That's what it says.
Bastard.
It's an automatic miss.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn. Well, yeah, Fenris. Now you can take a 5 foot back and heal either me or.
All right, so you
That
hear
opens Casimir up for lots of flanking.
a
though.
loud bell tolling again. Sounds different from the alarm, but it's a loud bell that seems to come from all directions.
I think we should all jump into the rubble.
And then this half-blood steps back.
Does that provoke
No.
since he's on a dead guy?
Not to worry.
Oh.
In the process, he changes form. Turns into a snake
A dragon.
and slithers it away into the rubble. Fenrith.
All right. So I will cast defensively. It's going to be a level 4, so 19.
Okay.
Got what I needed. And then this is Casimir's Love Bug. Take away the 25, as you only get 21.
So take away 4.
No, because it rolled twice.
Oh.
And then I'm going to tell Pureblood 15 he's ugly, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. So, this number 10 over here on the rubble, he turns into a snake, gets slithering away.
That's why they were eating him.
Same with number 12 over here. And number 13 slithers away.
Now I'm really glad I've been killing every snake I saw.
14 slithers away. 15 slithers away. Slithers away. Slithers away.
You know the best way to get snakes out of a building, right?
Send on fire.
Yep, burn it down. You want to give Adina a call, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
When you need a professional.
Oh, man, she would have...
I'm going to ask Pureblood 4 if he could stay. Please don't go.
All around you, all of these start turning into small snakes and slithering out of sight.
What did we ever do to deserve this abandonment?
We weren't very hospitable hosts.
Well, it looks like
We're
we
the
killed
guests
7
here.
of them.
True.
Yeah.
But we didn't bring a gift.
We did.
The gift of death.
Yeah.
No. I think it was being a punching bag.
All right. So, Casimir, they're all fleeing.
Okay.
They turn into small snakes and slither away. You can't really see them anymore. So there was just that loud bell, and now they've all fled.
I'm content to let them flee.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know we had a choice on that.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be the end of combat.
Well, get back to it.
Yeah.
Short order.
Hold on.
Silence. Back in the room, and you don't hear or see any enemies, but you did hear a loud bell toll. You don't know for sure what that might mean.
I think that's to signal that time marches on.
Also, they do have a summoning ritual that's going on somewhere here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cure.
So we're out of
moderate.
combat
Yeah.
now. I'm going to take a minute and make sure that
Who's
these
that?
things
That was
are
to
all
you.
really, really, really dead. Especially those half-bloods that have the venomous fangs.
I
Right.
was targeting you.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. None of the ones that you inspect seem to be playing possum.
Or even if they're just a dying status, but not dead yet, I want to make sure their pulse is gone.
2
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're pretty much all dead.
and a 3rd.
Everybody roll a spot.
Tower,
No,
always.
No, just roll it. All right. Graham, Rohan. You both see. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Okay, so this this pillar in the middle on the left, you see another massive constrictor snake slithering up that and into a hole in the ceiling, and you see the same on the pillar beyond it.
No time to get a shot off?
No, No, you just catch the tail end of it as it slithers in. And so now you're left in the room alone. Are you doing some healing?
Yeah, as so far I have 1 second level spell left, 2 third level, 1 fourth level, 2 first level left.
Okay.
There's another cure light. I'm gonna have to call you good there. And then light for you. And so that is all my first level. And then myself.
What's that, like a minute of healing?
Yeah.
How many spells was it?
Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
10, yeah.
We've got another. Actually, it was 8 minutes, so we've got another 6 minutes till the entangle's gone.
Okay.
Although Graham can go dancing out there,
And we have another.
You got that for 80
hours
minutes
before we can. Before it's time to rest again.
yeah, this was a.
Do you have space in that ring right now? You used invisible, right?
Yeah.
What,
so we
what
have
level
2.
is that? All right. I'm going to cast
Do you use it?
level 2.
Mm-hmm.
You need room for 1 more for a third level. But, yeah, I'll have to wait to do that first level one that I was showing you. So, let's see. That one.
At least we got most of the half-bloods.
I doubt we came anywhere near close to all the half-bloods that are in here.
No, but we got
3.
And we need to
Two
keep
out of the-
moving.
2 out of the 3.
Well, we
or
can
3
continue
out of
over that rubble to the north
the 4? Yeah.
east of you guys. But I think any attack that comes will be like this one. That's how they just got all around us. They dropped out of their snake holes and
Yeah.
changed.
As, I am pretty tapped as well. So,
Well,
be aware.
out of game, like I said, we still have like 11 hours that
Yeah.
we need to go. So,
Well, I'm just saying, proceed cautiously and ready some potions if you have them.
Yeah. Graham, do you have any potions left?
Mm-mm.
because he sips them
That's
constantly.
right.
Do you guys?
Yeah, I think I have a light one left.
Ooh, okay.
A fine libation.
As what do you have, Rohan?
Let me see. I apparently have nothing left.
All right. I have a cure moderate that I can give.
I think before we go forward, we just gotta keep an eye out on choke points and know where we can fall back to.
I think that is the big thing we need to do. We
Yeah.
need to fall back to choke points.
Because if we know in advance where the choke point is, then we can all move in unison. Like we would have had to call it out in that melee or whatever because we didn't have an idea.
I think
And we were right in the middle of the room.
we can probably also forget the stealth aspect of this.
Yeah, I mean they know that we're here.
And we didn't have any luck detecting them, even though I was spotting nearly every move action.
Yeah.
Let's see something real quick.
But yeah, Brandon, I suppose I'll scramble take it up over this rubble and take a look at that section of the room.
I'll follow right behind him.
All right. So in there, you see. Hang on, let me get the.
That was your jaw dropping from what you saw in there.
This used to be a reading room. Shelves filled with old, rotted books and manuscripts dominate this space. Many books lay scattered about the floor. There are 2 large wooden tables and their accompanying stools that make up the remainder of the items in that room. You got some more pillars here, and
So that's like a cafeteria or eating room?
no,
Oh,
Books.
like a
Oh,
library.
books, okay.
We ought to
Sorry.
go in there and search it, though.
Maybe on our way back.
For what?
Books are valuable.
Well, we don't know. I mean, there could be something in there we could use. You know, like scrolls and such.
Well, let's spend some time doing it right now.
Yeah, might as well.
And Brandon, as we go, I'm going
We
to
are
be...
here for something. We
Yeah.
don't know what.
Yeah, so we got to be somewhat thorough in our investigation.
Yeah.
So Brandon, as we go, I'm going to be keeping an eye on those pillars, since I've now seen 3 different pillars have snakes come down them.
Yeah, I every crack. Make sure that there's
Guess I
no
could,
snakes in there.
Put detect magic on, and maybe you, Graham, because you're got the better search probably, or Rohan.
My search is plus 13.
Rohan.
Okay, so you're searching in there? So you said?
Yeah, we're gonna search in this library.
All right.
Yeah, my search is a plus 17.
All right, I'll put detect magic on Rohan, so when he's searching, he can also look for magical BS.
Okay. Let's see some searches rolled then.
You want those in the tower?
No.
There you go, Rohan. That lasts 4 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Rohan, roll a percentage dice. Okay.
For a second there, I thought I rolled 100.
How are you casting that on him?
Oh, can I not?
I don't know. It doesn't say you. I mean, the target, there is no target. Well, it's, okay. So it starts out and says specifically, you detect magical auras, but there's no target.
What is
Affect
the
target?
target?
One spellcaster, creature, object, or 20-foot radius burst. So,
Yeah. For mine, it just, it doesn't even
oh, that's
have
the spell.
that.
Sorry. Clicked on the wrong one. Detect magic. There we go.
All right, you find a labeled scroll,
Cone shape emanation.
Rohan.
That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen
A scroll
that before.
labeled Dancing Lights.
I guess what I'd have to do is I
Roll
would
another percentile.
cast it on me, and then everything he finds that's that he thinks is of any value,
I'll cast it silently into the ring. That way Graham can have it. Yeah? It's
Yeah,
got a
that would
level
work.
1? Okay.
it's no, it's level 0.
Well, if I do it silently, though, it stages it up.
I think it.
1,
I
doesn't
think
it?
it's automatically a 1 if it's a 0. Is
Oh,
how those
okay.
Work,
Yeah.
but you'd have to double check all that.
All right, so you
I
found
just cast it at a level 1.
a scroll of Dancing Lights. You found a scroll of
Now you can detect magic.
Days. Do another percentile.
Something greater than 20. Oh my gosh.
Roll again.
Alright, so these aren't on my usable spell list, so I'll pass them off to...
You found a scroll of Flare. Roll one more percentile.
We're still going to have to identify all these.
Spellcraft them.
Which is
Those are the worst percentages
Is greater
rolls
than 20.
I've ever had.
where?
Okay, you find a scroll. Now, I should say they're labeled this.
Okay.
There's no
They would still have
there's
to
no
be.
proof that it's true.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I was going to say we still would have to read Magicum.
Found a scroll of Detect Magic. Okay, Graham, roll a percentile.
All right, Rohan, what'd you find?
It was Dancing Lights, Days, Flare.
You gotta slow down there for me, buddy.
Okay.
Dancing lights,
Okay, Graham.
Days,
days,
and Flare, and I missed what he said the last
detect
one.
magic.
Oh, okay. That one I'll keep, because I think I have that on my spell list.
Doesn't it depend on how it was?
Oh, true.
If it's arcane or divine, it does.
You find a scroll labeled Summon Nature's Ally 4.
Woohoo.
Now, don't put this in your inventory. I'm taking care of that for you. Do
Okay.
another percentile.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
You find another scroll labeled Prayer.
Okay. That's another good one.
Yeah, that's the one +1 to most of yours, like your damage, your
Yeah, I
attack
remember
roll
when you
skills,
cast it
yeah,
last
and then
time.
-1 to everybody else
Okay, and then
or enemies. But
do one more percentile.
Graham covered the high end. I covered the low end.
Any of those rinky-dink ones you guys already have on your spell list, you should consider letting me pack around, because there's a chance I might be able to, like the low-level one.
yeah, prayer would be a good one. I think that's level 2.
Might be hard. Oh, is that only level 2?
Yeah, let me double check it.
Okay, you find another spell labeled Break Enchantment.
I'm sorry, it's level 3.
So, go into the party sheet, and
There they are.
you'll see some items, so take them as you will.
Yeah, because I'm looking more like cantrips or the level 1 spells for a shot.
Oh.
Because it's 25 plus the spell.
Yeah, from that party sheet, whoever wants them in your inventory, grab it and take it. You can work it out amongst yourselves.
Yeah, break enchantment's a little ways ahead of us.
Summon Nature's Allies one on my spell list.
Okay.
But it's a little bit ahead of you, too. I mean,
That's a long ways ahead of me.
So I could potentially cast break enchantment. Probably not.
it's a 5th level spell.
Yeah, well, I have to fake the whatever conditions I don't meet,
Yeah.
which I think would be the
Well,
attribute.
depending on if it's, well, maybe most likely both.
Yeah.
You got 15 intelligence?
That's a good question. I don't believe so.
Well, so yeah, you'd have to fake that or wisdom.
I got a 12 intelligence, so yeah, I'd have to fake that.
Or, well, I guess it probably just goes with wizard. But potentially charisma would be another one.
So when it comes to a scroll, if I use Read Magic, I could use a spell above my current spell slots?
I don't know right off the bat.
If I remember what we looked at last time, is if it was on your spell list, you could cast it.
Okay.
Regardless of it, you meeting the level requirements.
Okay.
But
I do meet the
the
attribute requirements.
Right.
But yeah, the Nature's Ally 4 is...
I believe you would want to look in the DM's
Dungeon
guide.
Master's Guide, yeah. So is Days and Dancing Lights, are those the cantrip ones? You already got those?
If
Chris?
it's cantrips, yeah, I know all cantrips.
Well, I might put those into my inventory if that's okay.
Yeah, Summon Nature's Ally 4 is the max spell level a ranger gets.
Any objections to those two?
Go ahead.
Anyone mind if I take the Nature's Ally one?
Go
Of
ahead.
course not. You're the only one that could probably... Well,
Grant
Okay.
might be able to eventually, but...
yeah.
What do you want? Do you want me to grab prayer?
Yeah, I mean...
All right. This is where we're going to stop for the night.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you. It was
Thanks, man.
a lot of
thank
fun.
How do we take that to our inventory?
I think you just drag it.
I dragged it, but it didn't seem like it showed up.
Yeah, I dragged it to mine, it worked.
Did it? This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.